Hey Casey, I think your sound's off, dude.
Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Try the
So
intro again.
so welcome guys to Friday is Raw episode 19 or X9. I am Casey is Raw. To my right on the screen is AJ.
What's going on, everybody?
So I WWE during SmackDown quietly announced the Bobby Lashley versus Bray Wyatt match has been
Wait, hold on, time out. I thought it was Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley.
no, Brock Lesnar's fighting Omos at
Oh, is
WrestleMania.
he? Okay. See, I haven't been keeping up with wrestling, so you gotta be more informed with me because I have no fucking clue. I only know
Well,
like a couple of matches that's going on. Literally, like Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and the
yeah,
Usos versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. That's
it's being built pretty good, but one of the matches that was supposed to happen at WrestleMania with, like I said, quietly that happened on tonight on SmackDown that
okay.
I think a lot of people didn't notice when they were promoting the Andre the Battle Royal.
Oh, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal match.
Yeah, for next Friday.
Okay.
Right right in the middle on the bottom row is Bobby Lashley. So
Mm-hmm.
that officially means the Bobby Lashley versus Bray Wyatt match at WrestleMania is officially canceled now. They
Really?
yeah, they quietly did it. There's probably one other guy on YouTube I've seen says anything. I don't even think the Solid Monster picked this up because they just showed it for a minute and then they had the whole picture of the battle royal, and they'll bring it up actually right now. The picture, talk about that. It's right here.
Did you need me to make a new picture for WrestleMania for both nights?
Yeah, I think we can use both. Use the same one on both nights.
Okay.
But
I was
look,
just wondering.
who's in the bottom row in the middle. That's Bobby Lashley.
Uh-huh.
So
I
that
see
means
that.
so it quietly means that that match is officially canceled.
Hmm.
And it looks like the people was thinking about the LA Knight versus Stone Cold match. That's not happening
Oh, of
either.
course not. That's not gonna happen. Who said that was gonna happen?
Well, it's been rumors. I mean, I would
But
watch
that's rumors and speculations, Casey. We're not about that.
no, but I mean, I would love to see LA Knight get a great push. He deserves it, but
Well, yeah, I mean, come on, look how good he was in NWA and fucking
yes, Impact.
he especially when he was in NWA, he was pushed to the moon.
Oh, he was the Impact World Champion.
Yup, exactly.
So, let's say hi to we got Shelf Israel calling me a twat.
What's going on, Shelf? Gamer Shelf, what's going on, buddy?
And we got Big T saying it's Bray's loss. It's almost like Vince made the right choice to get rid of him. Bray
What's going
needs
on, Big T?
Bray needs to stop and try to make in ring monster movies and get back to wrestling. He only had that one match with LA Knight, and that was like
Right?
what Survivor Series, maybe the
Was
Rumble.
it Survivor Series or Royal Rumble? I think it was one of those two. Like I said, man, I'm not really kept up that much on wrestling,
I
but I
think it.
mean,
I think it was Survivor Series because, yeah, I think it was Survivor Series. I could be wrong. It could have been the Royal Rumble. I know for sure it was not the Elimination Chamber pay
well,
per view.
anybody in the chat that knows, let us know because we would really like to know this. If it was a Royal Rumble or a Survivor Series.
I'm gonna lean more to the Rumble, but
Okay.
the whole lineup. You know what? I'm not gonna talk about the whole lineup because I'll tell you why.
Well, we got next week to talk about that as our go
Oh,
home Friday show. We should do our
yeah,
WrestleMania because literally it's WrestleMania season next weekend. So
Big
we,
Big T said it was the Rumble.
Was it the Rumble? Thank you, Big T.
But I want to bring this up. The Rose wants to do on Sunday, this Sunday, on his channel. He wants to do the lineup, and he asked me to ask you if you would want to join us during
Yeah,
that.
I wouldn't mind. I mean, the Rose is good people. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't like what he does outside of his life, but that's his own business. But hey, the Rose is good people. I have no problem with the Rose.
All right, so I figured I at least asked you, but
Yeah, yeah, dude. The Rose could have messaged me himself. He's following
oh,
me on Twitter. All he's got to do is slip in my DM, say, "Hey, you want to join on Sunday?" I'd be like, "Yeah, no problem. What time and
yeah,
when?"
yeah, but he asked me, so and I just we really don't get a chance. I mean, shoot, when I'm in, like, I don't respond a lot in the chats because one,
Well, you do if I DM you. You're like instant.
mm, well, a lot of times I'm pretty bad with DMs, and you could even ask the Rose. I'm really
Okay, so
horrible.
who's worse in DMs, you or Mikkel? There you go. We want the chat to vote down below. Who's worse in DMs? Do you think Casey or fucking Mikkel?
Oh my God! Look at this.
Yes.
No,
What?
I mean this is. I just brought up on the screen saying text says I can't wait for Brock Lesnar to beat that. Oh no, I can't say that.
No, go ahead, say it. Come on,
No,
come on, Casey.
no.
What does it say?
Well, I'll
It,
bring it back up for if
hold on, because I'm on a different screen. So hold on. Let me see.
it's cool.
Zenji, dude, Zenji's not a bad word. Most people don't
No,
even know what the
no.
fuck is Zenji is. It's our inside. If you don't know what a Zenji is, it's our inside term. So, yeah.
Well, it's the part before that. I think it's even worse, but it's okay.
Well, if you get the joke, then you know what a Zenji is. That's why I said it's our inside joke. If you don't get it,
Text says I got no balls,
yeah,
but
of course Casey's got no balls. He's a beta. He's got no balls.
so when I saw Bobby Lashley in the picture right here, I thought, oh, that means that match
You're breaking up, Casey.
is canceled.
You're breaking up, buddy. Oh, Casey died again. You know,
Have
we should have a drinking game. How many times Casey dies on a stream? Oh,
well,
that's
I'm
funny.
back. At least I can hear you. So
Okay, yeah, because you keep coming in and out like how usual, you know.
well, it seemed like we were doing okay for at the
Yeah,
beginning, but
yeah.
but I had a perfect solution if if Bray Wyatt wasn't going to be there. I was going to say this: have him have a open challenge against someone big, and like have a really good match. Maybe LA Knight's right beside him on there, or Bronson Reed.
Ooh, that'd be a good one, Bronson Reed. You know
Yeah,
who I really think they should push at WrestleMania, or maybe the night after WrestleMania, because I believe Stand and Deliver is night one of WrestleMania.
is it?
I
What?
believe so. They
What?
should have fucking Brock. They should have Braun Breaker lose the NXT
Ooh,
title, right?
yeah.
Show up the same night at fucking WrestleMania night one, or have him come out night two for WrestleMania to be
Yeah,
on the main roster, or the Monday after WrestleMania.
yeah,
That would be a good idea too.
yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Because Braun
But
Breaker, I mean, he's the only thing that's good on fucking NXT. Everything
well,
else
I
is a
mean,
dime a dozen.
you brought that up. That could have been another person that could have answered that open challenge with Bobby Lashley. That would have been a hell of a match right there.
Yeah.
I mean, power versus power. So
And think about it, this kid is only fucking like 24, 25 years old, and he already looks fucking jacked. So think about that.
Big T said his second pick would have been Reed. But let's see what Tex said right there. He spot a Casey in the wild the other day and caught a picture of his ride. I'll share it in a little while. Oh, talk about that. Did I tell you that my car died at the gas station?
Yeah, you told me that part. Did you get it fixed?
Yeah, I missed like half a day of work. But
so what was the problem?
Luckily it wasn't the starter, because the starter would have been on the bottom of the engine, and I would have to put the car on the ramp or jack it up.
Yeah,
but I had the ports on the battery like had a mountain of corrosion over it.
Well, it's a good thing it was only a light thing that you literally can scrub with a fucking a steel brush to fucking clean it with to reconnect them. You know what I mean?
It was not only that, but we took the battery out and had to check that O'Reilly, and it was Tex, my starter wouldn't have been easy. I would have had to put it on ramp, and then maybe if it was right there, then that's one thing. But dude, it was a fucking nightmare. And
sounds like it.
But luckily, I made up at least half the day. So, but we're definitely going to talk about WrestleMania, not only on the Rose show, but we'll, like AJ, we're going to do it the night before on Friday.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
So, I really enjoyed SmackDown today, because I feel like the match of the night, hands down, goes to Butch versus Gunther, or I like to say as Pete Dunne versus Walter. That match was awesome because Pete Dunne gave him a run for his money. And Rey Mysterio finally...
Oh, yeah, I did see that part. Rey Mysterio finally accepted the challenge for Dominic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that.
I was kind of hoping they would do, like someone said, that he had like Dominic to come in during his Hall of Fame speech, and then he finally accepted on that night. But I guess he doesn't want to ruin his moment in the Hall of Fame.
Well, yeah, literally, they're gonna put him in the Hall of Fame. What, fucking Saturday, right? Or is it Friday night?
I think it's Friday night. Actually,
yeah, I believe so, because it's usually the day before WrestleMania.
Yeah, and then I think they said it's... I could be wrong. I think they said it's directly after Friday Night SmackDown.
Well, I mean, hey, it's always cool. I mean, it's a well-deserved fucking career. Fucking over 25 years in the wrestling business. Actually, over 30 years in the wrestling business. I mean, come on.
It's been damn near 20 years for the WWE, when he had only that, like, a couple years he was out of the WWE.
Right.
But, yeah, like you said, he was in WCW, he was in ECW.
Actually, if you want to really be technical, if you want to start from the beginning, he started in Mexico, down in AAA. Then he went to ECW, then WCW. Then when WCW went out of business, he went to WWE in 2002. Yeah. So really, he literally had that long span of 20 years.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he, like you said, it's at close to 30.
Yeah, 30. Yeah.
Like you said, with AAA, with ECW and WCW.
Yeah.
But yeah, he definitely deserves it, and it looks
like. Oh
yeah. I'm one of the biggest things I was happy they finally added in the Hall of Fame is Andy Kaufman.
Oh yeah, dude, he's over. He's like way overdue for fucking Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you see, there's a ton of people. I think what we should do. I always pitch this is that every year they should at least remove one person that kind of doesn't really deserve it. And I would say 9 out of 10 times it's got to be a celebrity that's been inducted. But we got another caller coming. We got Tex.
What's going on, Tex?
He's all in hunting gear right now.
Well, that's just his wardrobe.
That's his
Just
wardrobe.
to say, this is just like normal. So, yeah.
That's his pajamas right there.
His pajamas.
Yeah. Yeah, that's your pajama / hunting wear.
You don't sleep naked like a real man?
No, I mean I wear shorts.
Tex, forgive my co-host. He's not very bright. Welcome to the show, buddy.
What's that?
I mean,
Casey, zip it.
I bet Casey has them pajamas with the feet in them. You know what I mean?
Oh, you mean with the fucking with the assless thing, so he goes pooping and shit.
No,
it's got
he probably does.
It's got the flap on the butt.
Yes.
It's got a zipper on the front. It's like long sleeve.
Oh,
He probably dresses like like either like one of the Muppets or like Fozzie Bear.
No.
When he
I
goes
was
to bed,
thinking the Christmas Story. Or with fucking the Red Rider, the pink bunny. Yeah, that's Casey.
The pink bunny. Yeah.
That's Casey.
See, I always thought it was weird on the butt flap to have 2 buttons. See, how hard would it to button that from behind? I mean, honestly, it's either.
How about you go get some and you can tell us? How about that?
I never had one. I mean, I wouldn't turn one down. I'm sure.
I can't.
You're a weird fuck.
I can't sleep in clothes. Even if I'm just gonna lay down on my bed like during the day, I have to take my shirt off. I can't lay in bed.
I at least agree about that. But
I can't do it.
I sleep in my shorts. That's what I do. Like,
I'm
not talking about boxer shorts. I'm talking about like gym shorts or something.
Dude,
like that.
I don't even wear underwear. Like I literally own no pairs of underwear. Like I don't have any. So I'm like almost I like to wear as little as possible. I'm more comfortable that way. So it is what it is.
We were talking about the Hall of Fame, and I brought up the point of I think every year they should kick one person out that either deserved to be kicked out. No, I really think it should happen.
They should make. No, I like the idea, but they should make it a match. Like instead of that Andre the Giant match that they have to bring back all of the old codgers, and whoever like is the first one out loses is kicked out of the Hall of Fame or something.
No. That's if I mean, see, like I said, I would say 9 out of 10 times I would choose one of the celebrities to kick out. Like, definitely, I hate to say this, probably number one's got to be Drew Carey. He got to be removed.
Oh yeah, he's got to go.
And
considering the whole Hall of Fame is a sham, anyways, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's kind of like Scott Steiner said. If you can't physically visit a place, it's not a real Hall of Fame.
True, I agree.
If you don't have a hall to visit, how do you have a Hall of Fame? I mean, you just give out rings once a year and say, "Oh yeah, good job. We didn't recognize you for the past 20 years, but we did this year."
I was just about to add on that, Tex. So, okay, you know how in Stanford they have that huge fucking building and, Titan Towers. Why don't they just build a fucking room or an area in there?
Well, they're moving.
I thought they were moving headquarters to Florida.
I have no clue.
No, it's still going to be in Connecticut. It's just in a bigger building now.
Well, then why did they build that whole facility down there in Orlando? Or
For the pandemic.
Well, no, I mean they had that before the pandemic.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
They had
okay.
They had the the
because
performance
where they were having an NXT, is it Full Sail or whatever they called that?
Yeah, and then I think
they were because I remember Triple H was talking to, like, you would see him doing these promotional pieces about the new headquarters office and blah 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 and whatever. Apparently they were going to move down there, but I don't know. I don't keep up with things, so it is what it is.
Big T brought up something. Let's see. Allegedly during the heyday of the ruthless aggression era, there was talks about the Physical Hall of Fame located in the Orlando studio. But
I got a new nickname from Mikkel. We can call him Toothless Aggression. Because he's
now
always
you're still in the Chris Benoit gimmick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's not using it anymore. He's in hell now, so somebody's gonna have it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's vacant. I mean, it is what it is.
See, I always thought after he did what he did.
Oh God.
I thought the whole the crossface should have been almost banned. Because that you don't see anyone really did the crossface, and even
Daniel Bryan.
Well, he was doing a version of it.
So what's the over under on Daniel Bryan killing his family? Like 5 years, 10 years? What
Oh my God.
You know what's going to happen again. I mean, one of these guys is going to...
I think it's going to be John Moxley.
I mean... Now, how funny would it be? No, it doesn't need to be Daniel Bryan. They need to flip the script on it this time and have his wife kill him.
Brie Bella kills him?
Yeah.
Wow.
Brie Bella just goes nutso crazy one day and wipes out Daniel Bryan, and then she leaves the note in the Bible.
Oh my God, could you imagine? She fucking kills Daniel Bryan, kills herself, and then kills Nikki.
Oh, that'd be tremendous.
Oh my God. That's what
Oh, and then and instead of steroids, it's time it could be oh well, she was tired of all this vegan food, and she if he had just given her a steak every once in a while, she might have not lost her mind or whatever. What I mean?
She went cuckoo.
They can blame vegans for it.
Yeah.
I need to get into the
Text was on a roll, Casey.
No, go ahead, Casey. Go ahead.
No, just saying Steve Callan is in the chat, but
nobody cares. It's just Steve Callan. Nobody cares.
No, go ahead, Tex. I was interested.
No,
what you're saying.
What I was going to say is somehow I need to infiltrate the CIA so I can start carrying out these conspiracies that happen, all the time. I need to start planting evidence so that way I can make some money off bets. You know what I mean? So.
Well, we already have Casey for that.
Well, Casey's not foolproof though. Casey just blind predicts. I mean, he just throwing darts at the wall, hoping he hits something. I need to get on the inside and actually start, executing some of these things.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Because then Casey and I could work together. We could scheme up a plan, and Casey would be like, he's gonna die, or however Casey does.
He's gonna die.
That whole thing. And then I can go execute him, Black Ops style or whatever, and make it look like an accident. Casey, can get famous, and then he can pay me on the back end, and we both make money.
See, I was gonna say we can try physically do the darts thing here, have a bunch of pictures and just start. But then, hey, what about how a lot of times people has that flip book? It would go through a bunch of pictures real quick. We'd put a bunch of celebrities and
just imagine just imagine that you have a YouTube channel and the whole thing is based around celebrity deaths. Like everybody tunes into your next episode to see who's going to die this week or something. Like how crazy would that be?
Or if you really want to be good about it, you could always fucking just use Mikkel as the kill bait and just say he did it all. Wash your hands.
He's not. You got to have no, because see, the crimes that.
Think of Leatherface was retarded, right?
Some versions. Well, this can go one of two ways. Your killer either has to be so infamous, like an Ed Gein or like a Bundy, or you don't need to have a killer at all, like kind of like a JFK kind of thing.
Right.
Do it. So the killer either has to disappear, or they have to be so overtaking that you never forget about him. Mikkel's not believable enough. I mean, he's the only way he's killing people is by raising up their blood pressure by listening to Mushmouth talk. So I mean, it's you gotta. Now he's a believable victim. Like you could find him with his head in a refrigerator. That's believable.
Fuck you, dicks.
So there you go. That's what I'm saying. I could see Mikkel somebody takes him out, and then they make him into a human scarecrow, and that's how they find the body or something. That would be kind of cool.
See, the thing is, let's say it's Scream. I could use him.
Oh, speaking of that, I'm gonna go see that Monday, so I can watch your guys' review for the harsh truth. Yeah,
I think you'll like the film. Most people I know have seen it by now. I think.
Well, it's my girl's birthday, and she, like I told you, she loves Scream, so that's what we're doing for her birthday.
Nice.
Yeah. It's a roller coaster of the film. It's one of those that once it gets going, it doesn't stop.
Nice. Well, I can't wait to see it and then watch you guys' review for it.
Yeah, make sure. I'd be interested to hear y'all's thoughts on the movie and the review that we did.
Well, I definitely will, because what? Hold on, this Monday. So next Friday, yeah, our go home Friday or Wednesday or Friday, I can talk about it and then watch your guys' video.
Yeah, we can. I want to see the film again. There's a couple things that I saw in the movie that I'm not sure if it's an Easter egg for something to come in the future, or it's just I'm making this up in my head. But I need to see the movie again before I'll know. So I do need to see it.
Well, I know you do have a creative mind, Tech. So I mean, some of it could be just out of your head,
Right. Like I said, I could just be making all of this up, writing my own script as I like to do.
Oh, speaking of it,
I don't know.
No, go ahead. I was gonna say, so your girl Alexa Bliss, you know why she hasn't been in wrestling for a while? So she's on the Masked Singer.
Well, that and she had a skin cancer thing. She had
skin cancer. I never knew that.
Yeah,
really.
She did you not see the pictures that she put out on Twitter?
I'm barely not on Twitter.
On the side. It was on the side of her face that they had to go. I don't know what it was, but she had to go get some kind of skin treatment, cancer thing you took off. So.
Wow.
I wonder how they say this section of your face has skin cancer. I'm like, see, I brought this up to someone today. I have a mole that was lasered off right here. And they thought that could have been cancerous, but how they know is like, hey, this section right there on your side of your face, that's skin cancer. That is it like?
Well, it's kind of like how you can get gangrene on one part of your skin, but not all of it. Your skin is your largest organ. So I mean, you can get it on your foot and it not be on your arm, or whatever. So,
well, Nani's says she's in your neck of the woods right now, Tex. Because for
Oh,
travel,
cool.
she's traveling.
Oh, well, welcome to Texas. I hope the roads treat you fine and don't run into Leatherface. That's all I can say.
Don't run into Leatherface.
Yeah. And if you do see, tell him I said howdy. You're a friend of mine and he'll let you go. So,
Tex, did you watch the Bray Wyatt's only match that he had during at the Rumble, the Mountain Dew match?
oh yeah, dude. Yeah, we talked about it on here.
Yeah,
You don't
where have
remember?
you been at?
Well,
You act like Tex hasn't been on here for months.
No, I'm just saying that. Like,
I actually liked the Pitch Black match. I was a fan of it.
Well, I was just saying. I mean, I can't remember shit from yesterday. So,
well, you have CRS, Casey.
I liked the way it was something different. You know, it was something. Yes, it was gimmicky. Yes, it was obviously corporate sponsored. I mean, if it tells you anything, how much I liked the Pitch Black match, I went out and bought a Pitch Black Mountain Dew the other day. Like, you know,
Now,
which is actually not a bad thing.
Let me ask you, does it tastes like fucking grape sour Skittles, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what it tastes like to me. Like sour.
When I drank it, it was like they combined a grape soda with a regular Mountain Dew. That's kind of what it tasted like to me. It was good. I liked it.
I mean, everybody has a different taste to it.
They were harder to find. Like, I had to go to like 3 different stores to even find one. I found it at $1. I think it was at $1 General.
Really?
Because I found mine at Kroger's and then at Myers. Dude, it's like up here. You can get it everywhere.
It was like, oh God, my legs wore out. It was like 2 weeks ago whenever I found that one. It was decent. I liked it. It was. I don't know if it's something I wouldn't say I drank it regular, but it was decent. I liked it.
Well, the reason I brought that up, Tex, is because the match that was supposed to happen at WrestleMania was supposed to be Bobby Lashley versus Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I hate that idea. I don't want. Is that not happening?
Tonight on SmackDown, they quietly showed a picture. I'll bring it up. They showed a picture of the Battle Royal, and look who's in the middle.
Okay, but that's on SmackDown though. That's not on WrestleMania.
Yeah, but I mean, they love to push a part of the WrestleMania matches onto SmackDown.
Or what if Bray Wyatt eliminates Bobby Lashley and causes him to lose that, and that leads up to their match at WrestleMania?
Got a good point.
Yeah, but
I mean, let's say it comes down to like Bobby Lashley and some other idiot out of nowhere, the lights, do the whole Bray Wyatt thing like they always do, and like, oh, it's the Fiend or whatever that new character where he looks like he's from a Predator movie, with that new mask. And I mean, it could very easily happen. I mean, you won't know until they do it. But,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's canceled with Bobby Lashley being this match. I mean, there's no one else in this match that is part of WrestleMania. I mean,
so that's what sucks because I really want Killer Cross to get a push, and I mean he's right there in the front row of this thing now.
Yeah,
I'd be willing to bet he's probably one of the top 3 to 5 of all of those people, but I mean the whole package with him and Scarlett and everything else, they could have a main eventer out of Killer Cross, but they're just wasting it. I don't know what they're doing. I don't get it.
They're probably waiting after WrestleMania. Once you get past this, they can refresh the feuds,
I saw because I follow him on Twitter, and like he's got like this combed back hair now, and he's like he doesn't look like I don't know. He just looks like everybody else. Like he needs to go back to the shaved head look, like the whole,
Oh,
like he used to be. He I don't know. He was better back then, but I don't know.
oh my
But
gosh! I think you would second this. What Mr. Pico says. Text. He
what's that?
says, "I want Scarlett's ass to get pushed towards my mouth."
Hey, if he wants the ass, I'll take the rack. You know, you can just put those right in my face, and I'll just stay there. So
Well, see, I mean, I can understand like checking out the ass, but I couldn't ever get into like, oh, let me eat out your butthole.
oh,
Like,
I would. Okay, I'll put it. I'm gonna put it to you, and I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it. I don't know if this is a country phrase or not, but I always heard it growing up. I would eat a mile of her shit to see where it came from. Talking about Scarlet Bordeaux. So, you know, like I said, I don't know if that's a Texas thing or that's an everybody thing, but I always heard it growing up. So
I've never heard that. That's
I've
news to
also
me.
heard I would drink her bathwater too. That's another one of those phrases.
Well, I've heard that.
But-
That everybody said that.
Okay, yeah.
Well, one of my friends from high school, he would say that I would eat the corn out of her shit. I'm like, oh
I
Oh
heard
my
that
god,
one, too.
what the fuck?
yeah, this guy was pretty fucking.
Scarlet Bordeaux.
You knew a lot of simps, huh, Casey?
Scarlet Bordeaux. I mean, Alexa's my number one. There's no doubting that. But my God, Scarlet Bordeaux. She might be the best looking woman on the planet. I mean, legitimately.
Even Trish Stratus?
Oh,
Like, I'm talking Trish Stratus, like, 2001.
even Trish Stratus in her prime doesn't hold
Lita?
any of them. No.
Okay,
Scarlet
what
beats all
about
of them.
Velvet Sky? Because, see, me, I love Velvet Sky. Like, I
I
would
do
do
too.
so much shit. I would turn her out. Let me tell you that. Anything she wanted to do, I'd do it in 10 times.
Velvet is gorgeous. She's
my woman, I'll tell you.
Scarlet beats her. Scarlet, like I said, I think Scarlet might be the best looking woman on the planet. Legitimately, like if you were to have like a actual competition of most beautiful woman on planet Earth, I could see Scarlet Bordeaux winning.
No,
but
everybody has their preference.
Well, see, that's the thing. I mean, her, Alexa, and what's that blonde hair chick in AEW that I like? Bunny?
The bunny.
The bunny just did she was just in a horror film, like because I follow her YouTube channel, and like she got some minor role in a like some horror film, some B movie. Those three, they need to go make movies. You know, I mean, Alexa, yes, she's been wrestling a long time, but I think she's kind of done with it, to be honest with you. But, you know.
Well, I mean, come on, she's married, dude. She's like fucking done with wrestling, it seems like.
Well, I mean, she's been doing it, what, 10 plus years now or something? I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you.
No, about 12 years, yeah. 12 years.
Go back and look at her character work whenever she was doing the whole possessed thing and whatever.
Right.
She has a future in scary films.
Oh yeah. Tex wants to put her in her own scary film.
Oh, I want to make home movies with her.
That's what I mean. You want to play knife play with her.
Oh, we're gonna do all kinds of things. We're gonna do all kinds of things.
I didn't even have to bring it up this time.
I will be her fiend if you catch my drift. But
well, you are the same size as the Fiend, so that would make sense, wouldn't it?
Right. But no, I don't know. There's, I mean, even Bray Wyatt, he doesn't need to be wrestling. He needs to go make movies. I
could see him in a Rob Zombie film.
Oh yeah,
he would be a great B-movie bad guy.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Create some kind of, I don't want to see him play any of the. I don't want to see him as Jason or any of them. I don't want to see him. He needs a new horror villain.
There you go, Uncle Howdy.
What about
that Uncle Howdy? Like, stupid.
No, but make it really fucked up though. Make it really fucked up.
What about if he could see if WWE would let him have the Fiend character like completely, and then
they're not gonna do that. Are you kidding me?
I mean,
the only existing horror character that I could see Bray Wyatt as would be Leatherface. He's got the same shape, same size. He's got like that more southern kind of accent that you would expect, from like a Texas Chainsaw kind of thing. And if you wanted to give Leatherface more personality, Bray Wyatt could do a really cool version of that, I would think.
Yeah, if you look back in the fucking way back when he was a part of the Wyatt family, like that fucking one with the whole Sister Abigail, that right there was fucking good.
If, let's say I got the opportunity to direct a Texas Chainsaw film, and I wanted to kind of do things a different way, I would, instead of having Leatherface just put on somebody else's skin over his, I would have like somehow they kind of did this in the 2003 movie where he had a skin condition and it caused like his nose to erode away and whatever. I would take it a step further. I would, to where literally he has no face. And he literally kills people and like staples their face to his and do like another. I mean, it's still Leatherface, but it's on the next level.
Well, I see.
I get you.
I seen a picture of someone where they call the man with no face, and it's literally like it's his face is caved in. It's like there's no facial features.
I mean, because y'all know the Joker and from DC Comics inspiration for the Fiend mask, right?
Yeah.
In the New 52 run of DC Comics, Joker literally cut his own face off and then made a mask out of his own face.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
It was in a Death of the Family was the comic storyline that it happened in. And Joker literally, he cut his own face off and wore himself as a mask. So that white Fiend mask was modeled after the way Joker's face mask looked. And like, Bray Wyatt sucks in the ring. I mean, let's just be real. The best thing about him is everything else. It's not the actual wrestling, which honestly I can give a crap about who's good at wrestling anymore. I'm over that. It's gay. It's boring at this point. I don't care about work rate or nothing that other nonsense. But he's more valuable creatively than physically. So I don't know.
Oh, Big T wants to know your thoughts on Harley Cameron from AEW Tex. I don't know who the hell that person is.
Harley Cameron. Did you see the music video that Scarlett Bordeaux and Shotzi put out at Halloween for "I Put a Spell on You"?
Yeah, I seen that.
Harley Cameron is the third chick in that video.
Okay, because fucking Shotzi, like, oh my god, let me tell you,
Shotzi can get it.
I love her. I love her. Shotzi, like, my favorite Filipino. Let me tell you, she can get it all day.
Well, I think she's a half because her dad's white.
Well, I don't care what she is. She could be a mixed breed. I don't care. She's fucking sexy.
I don't know, but no, Harley Cameron. I didn't know she was in AEW, but yes, I have very much followed her on the interwebs of the more sexual variety. If you catch my drift.
Is she still doing wrestling?
I don't know if she's wrestling or not, but she's got some real fun pictures that can inspire you to
get hard.
100%. Yeah. If she don't do it for you, you're gay. I got news.
Right, pretty much.
So let's say it's certain pictures that WWE would let you go if you had it.
Oh my God, dude! I've never seen all the way naked pictures of her, but I've seen almost naked pictures. So
see, I'm wondering how they let Paige to get away with this shit for so long. I mean, look all
Well, it's an inside job, dude. Are you serious? Are you talking about the Brad Maddox and Xavier Woods thing?
Yeah, well, it's not only just that.
It was an inside job.
Well, all the other nudes that she had, and not only that, like the spot where she had the NXT women's belt.
I think it still comes down to money. Because okay, look at the Mandy Rose.
Mandy Rose, right?
How many? Literally, almost every other. Okay, look at Natalya Neidhart's Twitter.
Her sister Jenny.
Yes, tell me that those pictures aren't any worse than what Mandy Rose did. The only difference is Mandy Rose got paid for it.
Exactly.
That is the only difference between the two.
Well, I think Jenny's fucking OnlyFans. I think Natty makes money off of that too, because she's in the videos from what I hear.
I'm sure she's got some kind of side hustle.
Oh yeah,
that's fine.
Of course.
But if WWE really screwed up. I mean, because if this was the Attitude Era, you would have seen Mandy Rose all over that show.
Oh, she would have been in Playboy.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they publicly advertised Playboy, 12 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, was it Tori and Sable, that were doing the Playboys and stuff together?
Don't forget the 2001 with Stacy and Tori right after the WCW buyout.
What was that one lesbian angle that they did with Tori Wilson and was it Dawn Marie from ECW?
Yeah, Dawn Marie. Yeah, no, they were fighting because of Tori's dad was going to marry Dawn Marie.
But then Tori and Dawn ended up hooking up. I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So think about it. Like 10 years ago. Well, I mean, obviously more than 10 years ago now.
Like 15 years ago.
10 to 15 years ago, they were pursuing lesbian storylines with Smoking Hot Women. And now, if God forbid you see a nipple, you're fired. I mean, it's
or if you're making money from it,
right?
too.
Well, WWE don't mind if you're a whore on the internet, just don't make any money from it. That's all they
that or give them a cut of it.
Oh yeah,
right.
I mean,
if you're slinging that pussy, you got to give them a cut of it. I mean, this is how it is.
We got another caller. We got
Joe Jesus! Thompson. Here goes the show. Just call it
now. Oh, what's going on, Joe?
What's going on?
I thought you were Mikkel. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the screen.
The only thing worse than Mikkel is a Joe Compton. Here we go. He's
a lot better than Mikkel in every way possible.
At least we can understand what Joe's saying.
That is true. Yeah. We can understand Joe Compton. He's just an insufferable douche. That's it.
I learned from the best, motherfucker.
But I was thinking the exact thing that Big T brought up is rest in peace for Al Wilson. I mean, this is the guy who.
That was Tori's dad.
Yeah, Tori's.
I would have loved to. I would have loved to have shook his hand for creating that daughter. So, yeah.
Well, he died twice. He died in the WWE, and then he died in real life. So,
I mean.
So,
yeah, Dawn Marie fucked him to death.
Oh,
that's the way to go out.
If I can sign up for that exit from this world, I'm let's do it. I'm ready. So
I'll be down with that. But
Casey'd be like, "No, she's not fat enough. Go eat."
Casey's more of a Nia Jax or Awesome Kong guy.
Yes, I was about to say probably Awesome Kong.
Casey wants to eat Nia Jax's hole. What he wants to
do. That dirty, nasty
awesome
box.
Kong is riding.
I mean, out of the bigger women, I liked Piper Niven.
Uh,
That woman looks like a couch. How could you be into that?
Because Casey's into that kind of weird shit.
Now, did you say she looks like a cow or a couch?
A couch.
Both. A cow on a couch.
A cow.
Either or, I don't care. Either way, she's fat, disgusting, and needs to go on a diet.
I mean, she's a pretty good looking woman for a big woman. So,
well, that's your standards low, Casey.
Here's where we can tell, Casey, your standards are way down here. Mine and AJ's are way up here.
Well, I'm being more realistic. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I see this real hot chick that's like
that you can't get, Casey.
Yeah, like that's like an 8, 9, a 10.
Well, you never know. They might like fat guys. A lot of skinny girls do like fat guys. It's true.
Yeah, but
Tex isn't skinny. He's a fat boy.
Dude.
Fucking, you're fat. I'm fat. Joe Compton's the only fucking twig on here.
I wouldn't call me a twig. I am muscular, damn it.
I'm
okay.
6'5", 300 pounds, and the old girl I'm doing things with is about 5'2", maybe 120. So she's tiny. So
you might come. You might like when Justin was in here. He's like, "Oh yeah, the room's a lot smaller than I expected." So you probably like damn near hit the ceiling when you're in here. Like, or your head will probably clip the ceiling fan.
Yeah, no, like I said, old girl I got. She's one of them jack off girls. Well, I mean, for me, she's a jack off girl. I can literally put her on top of me and grab her on both hips and jack off with her. It's actually a lot of fun.
Okay.
Wow.
I enjoy it.
Okay.
Well,
You ever had one of those?
Texas.
Yeah.
Huh?
I have.
What?
I say, y'all have never had one that jack off girls that you can jerk off with?
No.
Yeah.
No. To be honest with you, no. No,
Like,
I've never heard that phrase. That's why.
I hadn't either.
Is this like a Southern thing?
I don't know, but I've got enough moonshine in this cup to kill all of us. So it's going to be a fun night.
Hell yeah, we got. Oh, you're staying out all night,
dude. I told you I'm off there to take my kid to the doctor.
Oh, how does she get her teeth fixed?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
It's going to be we're nowhere near there yet. So
there should be some type of planal deal you can get, like a fucking financing or something, right?
Yeah, we're working on all that. It's like an infection in the jaw thing, and it can either be really bad or minor.
Right.
We don't know yet.
Poor kid. I hope she gets better, man. That's fucked up.
The problem is trying to get in because you've got a ton of people, and it's a whole mess.
It's probably a fucking headache.
I mean, I'm gonna miss 2 days of work just trying to get to the damn doctor.
But if she's worth it, that's what matters.
Oh, dude, I don't have a choice. I'm the only one here to take her.
Right. Well, you know what I mean.
So tonight, instead of tea, it is Major Melon Mountain Dew.
Huh.
Is that a new Mountain Dew?
Yeah, it's
okay.
It's watermelon Mountain Dew and homebrew. So.
Man, when I make my way down to Texas, man, I gotta fucking come to your house and drink some of that moonshine.
Just tell your old lady, kiss her goodbye and tell her you love her because you might die from it.
Fuck it. As long as we have a boys' weekend and fucking shoot guns and smoke some weed, fuck it.
This stuff right here separates the men from the boys. So cheers.
Oh hell yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I got a question for Tex.
God bless Texas. Holy hell.
Tex, do you use the same tub to make your moonshine that you use to take your shower and take a bath?
He has a distillery, you moron.
I use the same tub that I Bang Your Mom Out in. That's the one that I use.
God, Casey.
Well, I mean, don't they sometimes use bathtubs?
I don't know who's worse, you or Mikkel.
No. Well, for my legal freedom, I won't say. Of course, I don't make this. What are you talking about? I would never commit a felony like that. But if I were to do it, I would have a copper still and do it properly to make a good product. You know?
Oh, okay.
What do you think about those guys on the show, Moonshiners? You think they're all fake paid actors?
I go back and forth with that because years ago I loved that show. But this was back when I had satellite. So I actually got to watch it. And like whenever I started watching, I'm thinking like, there's no way these people actually, like, there's no way this is real. They're just,
without being busted. Right.
Right. Because I mean, seriously, all the cops would have to do would be like, oh, well, we'll just wait for the next season to come out, find who's doing it, and then just go arrest them. You know, the crimes are literally on television. You know.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. I mean,
as with all reality shows, I think it's probably a put on, but I don't know.
Or maybe it's the real product, but they're paying their taxes for it. And
see, I think personally, what it is, they're actual
bootleggers don't pay taxes.
Well, no, see, I think they're actual moonshiners, but they're not making real moonshine. They're just going through the process and just having water go through the actual,
I get you.
Through the thump kegs and the distillery process and everything else. And then they just build up, the cops are shutting down this road. We're going to have to float it down the river or whatever. And they just build the storylines around that. I think that's how it goes, but I don't know.
Right. You could be right.
It is weird because, like you said, like you watch the season and like, let's go bust them now. There's the
right. Literally, it will be like, it'd be like Ted Bundy doing a reality show where he goes to kill women. You know, be like, here I am at the Omega House at Florida State. You know, make sure the camera stays behind you guys, and the camera watches as you strangle these poor women to death. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, I don't know. Now, of course, that's on a different scale, but you get my point. So.
Well, I want to bring this up real quick. Big T said he saw Darren McCarthy at Impact tonight.
That's not possible because he is in Detroit.
That's the hockey guy, right?
Yeah, that's not possible because he's in Detroit.
Maybe
I talked to him the other day. I just talked to him like before we started the show. Like I literally have the guy's phone number. I know him very well. I don't like to put his business out there, but you know.
Or maybe it's some dude that looked like him.
Probably.
I'm surprised anybody's been seen at Impact because I thought they were like garbage these days, but I don't know.
No,
are
they still in like Universal?
I have no idea.
No, they're not in Universal anymore.
No?
The soundstage that they were in, they turned into some new exhibit or ride. I can't remember what it is.
Oh,
they are in the sewer, just like where all those guys' careers are going.
Probably.
Well,
wait, I thought Impact moved to Canada.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought they were still in Universal. Who knows?
No, they're not in Universal Studios. Because the area I was literally outside the building where they used to film it at down there when I went down there this past summer.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
They turned it into I forget what they put some movie thing in there, I think. I can't remember. But no, it's not. It ain't wrestling no more. So.
Well, Big T said brought up saying the Impact Championship is vacant. I guess Josh Alexander got injured.
Who?
Their Impact World Champion.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know either. That's why I asked who.
Well, I mean, Impact. I mean, it's kind of like,
dude. Last time I watched Impact was fucking just before AJ Styles left.
Last time I watched Impact was when Bully Ray was marrying Brooke Hogan.
oh
Yeah, that
wow,
was like
that's
2010.
wow, that's
Yeah,
old.
the last storyline I remember was the Aces
and Eights. Yep.
And what was they went to that Travel America channel or some nonsense?
Travel channel. No, Discovery. No,
Discovery America or something.
No,
Either way,
Destination America.
Yeah.
Destination America. Yeah. The last time I seen them, like I said, right before I got rid of satellite, I seen them on there one day. And I was like, this thing has just went to hell. Like this.
It is. This is worse than WCW 2000.
Well, at least WCW 2000, you still had big stars. I mean, Impact at that point, well, it was like, oh, here's Josh
AJ
Alexander,
Styles.
for instance. I mean, I couldn't pick Josh Alexander out of a lineup if you gave me $1 million. You know.
I mean, to be honest with you, the only stars they had were Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, and like Bully Ray. That was actually still there before all of them left.
No, I think Kurt Angle pretty much had
Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I think he had a great run in there.
Sting was all right in TNA way back when.
Yeah.
Oh, Sting was what got me to watch TNA back then. I'll be honest with you.
To be honest with you, it was AJ Styles for me.
After WCW ended, I was still watching WWF, obviously.
Right.
But I was like, as the weeks went, I watched less and less. But then I heard that Sting was over on TNA. I'm like, what? Sting.
Yeah, see, you missed it. You missed those times, Tex. Like literally right after WCW went under, Jarrett bought the old WCW ring. Literally made NWA TNA. Sting came out like maybe a month after. He was still on the Time Warner contract because this was 2002.
I want to say I watched. Okay, after WCW ended, I watched WWF for regularly throughout the Invasion angle, and then right around the time that ended is when I really started to become more of a casual fan.
Well, I don't blame it. It was a bad.
Yeah.
It was a bad.
Oh well, it was just. I was like, because I mean, it's no secret. I'm a WCW kid. That's what I've always been.
Same
and
here.
I was so disheartened with the way they did the product. I'm like, screw this. I mean, I kept up with it, but it was, kind of like I do now. I heard things from my friends or whatever. I wasn't watching weekly, and then I heard Sting was in TNA, and I started watching that. So, yeah.
The storyline wasn't so bad. It was the talent that participated in it. Because all the big names were sitting on those fat Time Warner contracts at their houses on their asses, not doing shit.
Well, what are you going to do? Take a bump or take money? I take money.
So if they
I'm going to take the money and run. I'm not a fool.
If they could have had all those big stars do that invasion angle, it would have gone over a lot better.
Oh, I agree. I agree. Like,
but when you half-ass it, what the fuck do you expect is going to happen?
It's not half-ass.
But I don't know. It was like I said, after that happened. That's really. I mean, to be honest with you, I started kind of growing out of wrestling, and now I'm where I am now, where I still like it, but it's
far in between.
I tune in when it's getting around WrestleMania time, or if I see something I like on Twitter or on YouTube, I'll pay it a little more attention or whatever. But besides that, I don't care. I don't like it enough to watch AEW or Impact or none of that nonsense. I didn't even watch SmackDown tonight. I could have, but I didn't. So
it was actually pretty good.
I was at work.
I didn't get to see it. I was busy.
They pushed more.
Hey, shut up! Don't spoil it, Casey.
No, I'm just saying they pushed some of the storylines further along. Obviously, But the match of the night was hands down was Gunther versus Pete Dunne.
Now, was there what was Liv Morgan's ass wearing tonight? That's what I need to know.
Oh, I skipped through the women's match.
Of course you did, Casey, because you like looking at muscly, sweaty guys.
Well, I
She's gonna
mean,
say the only worry or concern I have about it is how much of Liv Morgan's nice hind end did you get to see on the night show? That's all that matters.
I mean, she was at the announcer table, but it's like, I mean, I think she's hot as fuck.
She's too skinny for you, Casey.
Hang on, wait. That moo cow of a woman, Piper Nevin, gets your goat, but you Liv Morgan?
No, I said I would definitely fuck Liv Morgan. If I had to choose between one or the other, I'd definitely go to Liv Morgan. I mean,
Casey.
I'm not gonna I do have the bigger women fetish thing, and I'm more realistic, like I said. But I mean, I'm not gonna
How's it a fetish? That's what I don't get. Is
I don't know. It's just something
hang on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna post that picture of Casey's car I was talking about.
Oh,
I'm serious,
okay.
Guys. I had to go to Oklahoma, and I was just driving through, and I saw Casey at the gas station.
Did you wear a satellite? Were you in a mask and full fucking?
I was wearing one of them. I was wearing one of them outfits that you go scuba diving in, where it had the old school metal helmet, and it had the. Because I didn't want to breathe the air. It was all.
Well, why didn't you take him out? You should have took him out.
I'm gonna post the picture in the DM group, and then you can share with the class, Casey.
Yeah, bring it to the Twitter.
Send it to her DM. Yeah, the Twitter DMs.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right. So Casey, why are you still alive if Tex was in your neck of the woods?
He got lucky.
You should have just took him out. Damn it.
But
I'm kidding, Casey.
Big T's pretty adamant that was Darren on Impact tonight, because he's saying that Darren took a table spot like a champ.
You know what? Hold on. Let me see.
He's like, I'm texting.
He put a link.
AJ's like, I'm texting this motherfucker right now. I'm getting.
You are right. You know what? You are right, Big T. That was, that was taped prior to, right? Though he was probably, I believe, he did do a con down there, so he probably got invited there. But yeah, that was pre-taped, because literally he was just here this afternoon doing Big D Energy, the weekly show. So yeah, but yeah, that's definitely him. I seen the picture. I seen it. He just tweeted it out.
Yeah. So if you go into the DM group, Casey, I wanted to stop and say hi, but I was in a hurry to get out of hell, Oklahoma, and get back to heaven. Texas. I just had time to stop and take his picture right here. But I think the people, I mean, I didn't get your license plate or anything in it, so you don't have to worry. I didn't, put your information out there. Don't worry. So I was mindful, but
Oh shit! That is my car. What the fuck?
I told you. I mean, once you see it, you can't not see it. I mean, this is the Casey special right here.
All right, give me a second to print this up.
No.
Text already spotted me, so I figured why not talk to my car.
Well, I mean, I've watched enough of your video game hunts to kind of get a feel of the car, right? And then once I saw the outside of it, I knew, like this is Casey right here. This is his ride. I mean, it's insane.
Give me a second. I'll be right back.
God damn. You are slow as shit.
He's going to go poop again.
And we're going to hear it all again.
Oh, goodness gracious. But, yeah, it's all good.
Dude,
Oh, goodness gracious. What do you...
Holy shit, there's 2 Caseys.
That's a scary fucking thought, don't you think?
Yes.
How funny would it be if Casey just, like, got all of his devices and put, like, 5 of him on the screen, and he did the whole podcast by himself?
I would definitely leave the show and unsubscribe.
No comment.
I think it'd be fun to have, like, the 4 faces of Casey. It's just Casey from different angles, right? And he's just carrying the whole conversation when he's talking to him. So
that would be Mongoloid overload.
Oh my god! I think our heads would explode.
All right, here we go, guys.
Oh,
see,
no.
look at that! Check that out. I mean, he was going in to get some more Coke. He already had his McDonald's. So, yeah.
I love my rims on my car. I mean,
well, if you look really close in there, you can see that McDonald's world title laying on the back seat too.
Exactly. That is Casey's signature.
Now, Casey, I do have to ask: do you get that car by? Is it like a point system for McDonald's? If you eat enough, cheeseburgers, they give you the vehicle, or what? I mean, what's the process here?
Well, I'm sponsored.
Or is it sponsored? Yeah.
Oh, it's sponsored. I mean, I get discount off the McDonald's because I'm driving a billboard pretty much for them. I mean.
Oh, nice.
I'm in a moving billboard for them.
So you're a McDonald's tax write-off, like you are basically.
Yeah. Pretty much.
See, I'm willing to put like a promotion tattoo on me if I can get some money or like.
No.
Oh my god! Over your belly, Casey. Put the golden arches. Like every fast food place you want to go, tell them, "Hey, I'll tattoo sponsor me."
I've said it many times. I am willing to dress like a NASCAR driver with sponsorship logos on every inch of my clothing for the right amount of money. They just got to cough it up. So.
But hold on, would you wear a tattoo of it though?
He said, "Yeah."
For enough money. For enough money, I would. Yeah.
I wouldn't. My tattoos mean too much. Every tattoo I have has a story.
Hey, you know what? Tattoos can get covered up or lasered off and redone. So.
Yeah, I mean, you could just put a big black blob right over to. Let's say they're done promoting. So
I've already got plans for an entire right sleeve. I'm working on my left sleeve plans, and but by the time I'm done, I'm going to be covered in them. I've already got 6 tattoos now, so I'm going to have more. But it's just one of those things.
And two texts. I've got 7.
There you go. Yeah. Well, I've got a buddy who's a tattoo artist. He's going to do most of them for me. The one that's going to be on my right arm, it's literally Realtree camo. I mean, it's what I'm wearing here. And it's going to go from, like, my wrist all the way up to, like, the shoulder right here. And it's going to have stuff laid inside of it. It's going to have a lot of stuff within it.
I figured like mine.
Well, I've already got a Texas on this arm, but I'm going to get my Texas redone with a different, bigger. Like I said, I've got plans. I've got one that he's drawn up for me right now is the idea I talked about the other day of I'm going to get a chainsaw, but I'm going to get "Don't Mess with Texas" written on the actual blade of it. So it's like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre deal, and I'm going to put it right here on my forearm. I think it's going to be pretty cool. So,
yeah,
I would have to ask you, Tex, how many of your tattoos are racist? Like,
oh my God, Casey, seriously, you are a fucking odd little fucking person.
Well, see, what you don't know is on my butt, I have written that I hate white people right there on my butt. So, yeah. Surprising, I know, but right there on my butt it says I hate white people. Just in huge letters. So,
I mean,
Well, see, probably my most offensive tattoo is I have a picture of Casey, but he's hung by a noose, and it's like and it's like right there. It's like right there on my calf muscle. So anytime I wear shorts, everybody sees Casey being hung. So
They
a
say,
bit
who's that
controversial,
fat
but
fuck?
it's okay.
hey,
Oh no,
okay.
it's like a really thick. It's one of those ropes that you find on like a Navy ship, AJ. So it's a really big
Okay.
rope, so he can handle it.
Okay.
I mean, that's okay. I mean, hey, if someone has a picture of, or like a tattoo of me on them, I'm okay. I don't matter if it's like if I'm being hung or whatever. I mean,
Now,
Wow,
Casey,
you're sad.
let me ask
Casey.
you this, Casey. Are you the type of guy to get a woman's name tattooed on you?
Yes,
I was actually planning.
he probably would.
I was actually no. I was being serious. I was for like a tattoo of my
Simp.
wife's name right here. I was thinking to do it on the neck.
No, would you
That's stupid.
get name
Could you
tattooed?
imagine Casey with a neck tattoo?
He'd be Fat Cody Rhodes.
Would you get Melissa's name tattooed on you, Casey?
Oh,
Would you get Melissa's name tattooed on you?
Well,
right on the tip of my dick.
no, because I mean,
He's stuttering. That's a yes.
no.
Yeah, he's nervous. He's scared to say something. So yeah, that's a yes.
No,
I've never gotten a woman's name tattooed, but on my Texas tattoo, there's the Yellow Rose of Texas within it. And the reason why that's in there was because whenever I was 18, I was dating a girl named Rose, and we were serious. She wanted me to get her name tattooed, and I said, hell no. So we compromised on getting because I was getting the Texas tattoo either way. And I was like, well, your name's Rose, so I'll put the Yellow Rose of Texas on there, so you'll always, have that or whatever.
There's only one
That's
name
cool.
I've got tattooed on me, and that's it right there.
And but yeah, I've got the Yellow Rose of Texas on there. I mean, the tattoo's old and faded. I mean, hell, it'll be 18 years old this year. I mean, the color's basically gone from it, but
Wow.
Oh,
it's all good.
Yeah.
That's the one thing. Like I'm just afraid because, like I said before, like you know how some tattoos will be like outdated. Like like I said before, how a million people has the barbed wire band around their arm and shit like that.
Come up with something creative.
Yeah.
It's like I said the other week, a couple weeks ago. I still say the barbed wire tattoo is still cool if you're from a redneck culture. It fits a Southern guy. It doesn't fit some douchebag from Los Angeles. It would be like me going to get some Roman Reigns Samoan tattoos. It just wouldn't look right. You know what I mean?
Because you're not Samoan.
It's got to fit you. It's got to fit your heritage. You know what I mean?
I got an idea. If I was gonna do like a barbed wire tattoo, it would be across the knuckles because it'll look like you have barbed wire around your
Casey,
knuckles.
no.
Okay, Mr. ECW over here.
Hey, we got a new person in the chat. It looks like that's trying to bring it up. That's Monica.
What's up, Monica?
Is that the old Monica?
I don't know. Is that Monica?
I don't know. There is one tattoo that I'm considering putting on the backside of one of my hands. Now, I'm not going to get this if I get the Texas Chainsaw Don't Mess with Texas on my forearm. But if you look at my logo right there, that's the tattoo. It's the shape of Texas. It's got a little leather face inside of it, and it's got chainsaw teeth all around the Texas right there. If you pull it up bigger, you can see.
Oh, you know
pretty
what?
Cool.
I was wondering what the hell.
Yeah, I thought something like that would look cool as a tattoo, like on my hand or something.
You know
now,
what?
like I said, I'm not going to get that if I get the full size. I don't know. I think I like the full size chainsaw better than just that tattoo, but I don't know. So
Hey, whatever
Well,
you like is what you like, right?
Right.
Can I make one suggestion about this
Please.
chainsaw? I would
Please.
add teeth on it to make it more obvious as a chainsaw, because it just looks like a long stick.
Jeez, Casey.
No, see, that's you with penis on the brain. That's what that is. Anybody that looks at that can okay, obviously there's the shape of the guy, and it's the silhouette of the chainsaw, obviously. So.
Well, see, the thing is, that's a long blade of a chainsaw.
Yes, and because that is from the 2003 Texas Chainsaw film, where the chainsaw was huge. That's why it's that size.
Oh,
so either way, but yeah.
I guess I'm wrong. Even Big T says that he said that would ruin it. I'm like, I thought it would make it a little bit more.
Well, no. Well, okay. See, here's the thing, though. I don't want the chainsaw within the shape of the Texas to have the teeth, because that's why I put the teeth around the outside of the shape, because that's the framing device of all of it. That's what's holding it all together. The actual silhouette of Leatherface holding the saw is just the detail within. So.
Well, they do have those chainsaws that have a really long ass blade. It's like damn near like what?
Like I said, just
long?
Go look at Leatherface from the 03 film and see how big that the blade is, and because literally that's how I designed it that way. But yeah, no, it's I don't know. Like I said, I'm not going to get both of those. Because I'm thinking about doing the full chainsaw on the left forearm. It's going to have blood coming off of it and everything else, like in the movie. And then written in blood on the blade of the saw, it'll have "Don't mess with Texas," and it'll obviously, you'll know what it is. So I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
What about the "Don't Tread on Me" flag, like the snake and all that? That'd be pretty fucking cool to get.
I thought about it, but I would get "Come and Take It" before I got "Don't Tread on Me." So.
Yeah.
Well, this is cute, Tex. You're copying me, getting your state tattooed on you. I've already got my state tattooed on me.
Dude, I got my state tattooed on me whenever I was 18 years old.
I thought you were going to say when you were born.
No, dude. The first legal tattoo I got was my Texas tattoo. That was my first legal one.
My first legal one was the skull that I have on top of my flag.
I can't.
Casey's glitching out.
No, that's just typical Casey, everybody.
Say something, Casey.
Yeah, he's
Tune in. Tune in Tokyo. Here's
Casey. Casey died again, folks.
Batteries are dying. Y'all ought to know how long Casey's batteries last. They don't last for shit.
I got a troll.
Yeah, my
what
very
was
first was the skull I got right here. That was my very first one.
I would
nice.
I would never saw that.
Big trailer house Tex. That's funny.
Well, that's not why I figured that, man, like whoever that person was, I'm pretty sure that's.
I don't know. It's
Who cares, man? They're just trolls. Who the fuck cares?
But
I do agree with Big T about the 03 Chainsaw film. That's the highest ranked movie I've ever seen. Now that's just my personal ranking, but I gave the 03 Texas Chainsaw a 9.5 out of 10. I love that movie.
You know what? There's one movie that makes me scared of a certain holiday because it happened twice and it might happen again. And it's the Independence Day. I mean, apparently
that's not a scary movie.
Well, that's when aliens attack you.
Well, to be fair, the second Independence Day film is terrifying just for how bad it is. But
Well,
that's
if
beside the
anything,
point.
Casey, since you haven't really seen scary movies, why don't you watch Fire in the Sky? If that's the fucking case,
I've never seen that.
watch
I
that
haven't
movie.
seen
That movie will
forever.
that movie will fuck you up, Casey. You think Independence Day is scary?
That's
Mars Attack
that's
is
about
scary?
that.
No,
That's
a
about
fucked up
that.
movie.
That's about that bridge collapse, right?
No, that's about the guy that the real life that the guy actually got taken by aliens and got
Oh
probed and
wait,
fucking.
okay. I'm thinking about a different movie.
No, his name's Walter. It's like Walter something. If the chat can help me out, it's called it was based on a true story that he actually got abducted by aliens, and what a lot of it was true, but a lot of it was far fetched what they scripted in the movie, but a lot of it was true. But yeah, Casey, if you ever just get on YouTube and type in "Fire in the Sky" the trailer, watch that. It will fuck you up because you're a very sensitive person. It will fuck you up.
Oh, what do you mean?
You're sensitive.
There is one movie I'm still wanting to see.
Oh,
Cocaine Bear.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Cocaine Bear was fun. I liked it. I thought it was about maybe 15 minutes too long, but I enjoyed it for what it was, and it's a movie that I would buy if I were going to rank it. Maybe I'd give it a 7 out of 10. I mean, now rankings are, of course, depend on the person, but it wasn't the one. There's one scene. Well, there's a lot of scenes in the movie I like, but maybe my favorite scene is where there's an ambulance that's literally flying down the road, and there's a couple people inside of it, and Cocaine Bear is literally running down the highway chasing an ambulance. He jumps in the air and he flies almost, it looks like, and he lands in the back of the ambulance. It's really cool. So it was a fun movie.
I would probably wait until it comes to streaming. It looked like it's coming to
I don't
know. It's Universal. Go to Peacock. That's what crazy.
I'll check it now.
What? Well, I thought it was.
Mr. Pico says Will Smith should have been in Independence Day 2 to slap some aliens.
Oh, yeah.
Cocaine Bear is on here.
Get my planet's name out your mouth. Something like that. Yeah, that'd be great.
That's right. I forgot he wasn't in there, wasn't he? They had.
Well, no, I remember hearing about Independence Day 2. They created 2 scripts, one that had Will Smith and one that didn't. And when they presented the one with Will Smith to him, he turned it down immediately. So they had to go with the one without him. And I think he's dead in that movie or something.
Yeah,
I can't remember. I'm pretty sure he's dead. But by that Independence Day 2 was hard to get through. I'll be honest with you. That movie sucks. That was bad. I mean, it was.
Seen it.
Don't watch it. It's like
I've only seen the first one.
It's like, okay, it's kind of like Joe Dirt. The first Joe Dirt movie is great.
Yep.
Don't watch the second one. Do not watch the second one.
No, I watched both of them. They were stupid. The first one was great.
Dude,
second one,
do you know what
What's
I
that?
called after the first fucking Joe Dirt movie?
What?
Do what?
After that first Joe Dirt movie, everybody started calling me Joe Dirte just because my name.
I could say it.
You need to grow a mullet.
Oh, didn't he had the mullet glued to his skull? No,
Yeah, because he didn't have a. Go ahead, Tex.
He didn't have the top of his head or something, right? So they.
Yeah, he didn't. The top of his skull was showing. So his mama, when he was born, glued a fucking mullet to his head.
See,
and then his head grew into it or something.
Yeah, it fused together. The bones and the fused into with the wig.
So
Yeah.
does that mean saying not only he has no top of the skull, is that assuming he has no skin on top of his head either?
Well, no, he
Pretty
does
much like
now
your head.
because it fused together. Because at the
Yeah.
end of that movie,
Yeah.
he goes in the like after the accident where he falls off the bridge or whatever. They his
Give him a
old
new
lady
wig.
was her name Brandy,
Brandy.
I think.
Brandy. I
Has
love
her
that name. Brandy.
Brandy has a different wig put on him, and he has like cornrows and stuff. It's really weird.
It was
looking. I didn't like
braids. That's just fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it was like it completely. Kid Rock in that movie is hilarious. I love Kid Rock and Joe Dirt. It was
Yeah.
really it was a lot of fun.
It's
Robbie.
been a while since I watched that one.
You little
Probably-
sissy girl, Death Leopard sucks. Why don't you go get yourself some wine and cans, some French fries, you little sissy.
I love that movie.
I love
You're
that.
talking to my guy, y'all wrong. I'm gonna stab you in the neck with
yeah.
a soldering iron, or whatever he said.
If you watch that, you are trailer trash, and if you love that, you're white trash, and damn proud of it.
Joe Dirt, it's one of those. It's one of those movies you can just like.
Sit back
I'm not
and
a
laugh.
I'm not a big comedy guy, but that's one of those movies you just sit back and enjoy.
Oh yeah, it's like a family comedy. You can laugh and watch and just enjoy.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm more like the comedy person. Like, I'll watch comedy and I'll watch action. Like, I mean, but like, it's different than watching horror because it's not because it's scary. It just
Wait, what'd you call it? Is it horror? Did you say horror or horror? Because it's called horror movies.
Horror. I thought it's called horror. Horror.
I call them horror films. That's just me.
It's called
I don't know.
horror.
I think it's more of an enunciation thing, but,
Right.
who freaking cares?
Right. Different dialect from different parts of the country or the world, yeah.
I don't know. Like John Wick 4 is out this weekend. I do want to see it. I'm not a huge John Wick fan, but I know this John Wick is like almost 3 hours long.
Good.
So,
God.
well, see, I don't know, like the action. The only point you go to the only reason why you go to a John Wick film is to see crazy action scenes. Are those action scenes going to be good enough to make you sit there for 3 hours? You know what I'm saying, and not get bored. So
Right.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, the first 3 films have been great, but I mean, we'll see what happens with it.
I mean, the last movie that I really enjoyed that was 3 hours. It was the last 2 Avengers movie with Infinity War and Endgame.
Endgame, yeah. I liked Endgame better than Infinity War,
They're interchangeable, if you ask me. I think they're about equal. I mean, they're pretty much. It's supposed to have been the same movie. They just because I remember when Robert
Downey Jr.
Yeah, Downey Jr. He had to it became Infinity War, but because they split that, he signed on to Endgame as well. So,
well, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Let's see. Infinity War came out like 6 months before Endgame, right? Or was it a year? I can't remember.
It was at least a year.
I think because I saw both of them in the theater. It was kind of funny whenever I went to see Infinity War. I went. It was like a Friday afternoon, about 5 or 6 o'clock. So, like, it wasn't like the primetime showing yet. Anytime I can get a matinee, I like to go because there's less people. But
oh yeah, matinees are the best.
I was sitting next to I always sit in the very back. I like to be against the back wall. There's nobody behind me, whatever. Plus, I'm as tall as I am. I don't like to sit in front of anybody because I know they won't be able to see good. So I always have to be mindful of that. That's one downfall. But I was sitting next to this family that was back there, and there was this young kid. His mom and dad were there, and the little boy he was wearing a Spider-Man T-shirt with his Spider-Man action figure in his hand and whatever. And the scene where Spider-Man gets all, flaked or snapped out of existence or whatever. Me and my sadistic love of horror laughs as he goes, "Mr. Stark, I don't want to go," and he's all crying and mushy and whatever. I'm literally laughing out loud, and this poor kid that's sitting next to me is in tears. He's looking at me like, "You monster," and it was just like, I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, kid, but this is funny stuff." So, I mean, it ruined his life to watch Spider-Man just, dust out into existence. But
just watching dissipate the thin air.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he was, the mom's like, consoling him, and I'm over there laughing like a madman, like I killed him myself or something.
Ooh,
it was fun.
Big T got a great question. He's saying that after Endgame, do you think they should take a year off because people would have immense superhero fatigue going on?
Well, I don't think a year would have mattered, but the problem is after and I've said this over on Harsh Truth multiple times anytime we talk about Marvel. I think Endgame was more than just a title of the movie within the Marvel films, because since then, think about it. Captain America's gone. He's been replaced with a sidekick. Iron Man's now dead. They turned Thor into a joke. Hulk is some woke SJW guy. All of their stars are gone. All of their big namers are done, right? So now it's Captain America's black sidekick. Oh, here's the black girl version of Black Panther. Thor tells jokes, and his ex-girlfriend who had cancer is now stronger than him. Hulk wears sweaters and doesn't Hulk smash anymore. Now She-Hulk has took over for him. Now it's all of the sidekicks, and it's the B and the C characters. And I do believe in the fatigue aspect of it. And look at what happened with Shazam that just came out. Nobody went to see it. I haven't even seen the film, and I don't care to see it because I know DC is rebooting their entire franchise, so they're just getting the films that they have out of the way, and just so they can restart. So why pay money to go see a movie that's not going to matter? You know what I mean?
The last superhero movie I actually went to theaters to see was the original Venom.
Okay.
I went to that because my mom, God rest her soul, took my nephews, both of them, and at that time, Mom really wasn't able to get around well enough, so I had to my nephews.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think. Well, superhero films aren't going to go away, but what I think the problem is the main problem is they spend too much money making these films. Because think about it. If you have to make $1 billion to be a successful movie, do you realize how good that movie has to be? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Think about it. If you're going to spend $300 million to make the movie, you're going to spend another 100 to 200 million on marketing and everything else. So you're going to have to clear about $1 billion to even be profitable, barely. So, and when you have films out there like an Endgame or whatever you want to say is the top one, it sets the bar so high that you're almost doomed to fail immediately.
Oh yeah.
Whereas, look at like Scream 6. Their budget for that film was like around $20 to $30 million. I don't remember exactly. It made that within like 3 days. I mean, it was profitable on opening weekend. So I think they need to restructure how all movies are made, period, but especially superhero films, because they're getting to be so big that you just what do? You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, yeah, I agree, but the $1 billion movies are pretty much the Avenger movies. I mean, you don't expect.
Well, that's not true. There's Aquaman did $1 billion. I think Robert Pattinson's The Batman did $1 billion, even though I didn't even like that movie. But
it was okay.
I didn't like it. I don't like Robert Pattinson, and I'm sorry, but if I want to see a realistic Batman, I'll go watch the Dark Knight trilogy. It's already been made. You know what I mean? Literally everything about Robert Pattinson's Batman is just watered down Christian Bale. Is all that it is.
Well,
I've just
yeah.
gotten into superheroes, so that ain't my thing.
Well, the one thing I would say, at least with this latest Batman, that we didn't have to hear for the 1,000,000th time the origin story again.
Yeah, that gets annoying after a while.
Well, you didn't get the origin story in Batman versus Superman either. You got it in the but you got it in the opening of the film. It was literally, it took 3 minutes. It was the best way that they've ever done it. It was literally in the title credits scene.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's the best way, but it's kind of like how when the Christian Bale version, like, okay, we understand they need to show why he's Batman, because they kind of like skipped over a little bit with Michael Keaton. But
no, they didn't.
No, well, they showed it a little bit of the killer, and then automatically straight to Batman almost.
Well, my problem with a realistic take on Batman is it's like you're cutting your nose off to spite your face. When you limit Batman's world to only realistic takes on things, you cut out so many cool villains. And now you can't have Batman team up with Superman or whatever. And if everything has to be realistic, as much as I love Heath Ledger as Joker, I don't want him to be wearing makeup. I want him to have the bleached pale skin. That's Joker to me, So I don't know. I'm picky about it.
Compton says he's leaving. All right, I see Joe.
See you later.
Compton.
I was like, why is he pointing at his sign? I was like, oh, okay, I got it.
Oh, he must have.
Yeah, he's got a car show. No, he's got a car show tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Well, hold on.
I still can't believe your package isn't here, Casey.
Hope you do on your car show, Joe. But no, Crazy Blade says, so what did he say here? I like the DC TV shows more than movies. It depends. Like, if you watch the first 2 seasons of Arrow, those were really good. The Flash TV show used to be good until they just went completely off the wall. I didn't like Gotham. Well, I liked parts of Gotham. I liked certain people within the show, but overall, I wasn't crazy about it. There's been some good DC shows, but I don't know. I'm very picky when it comes to certain things.
Well, I kind of like how.
Yes, it was rough, Big T.
I kind of like what Marvel's
The
been
new
doing.
DC show is like Stranger Things. Which new DC show are you talking about?
I had no idea. But I mean, I like the Marvel's TV shows, or are they still considered TV shows? If
Are
they're
you now? Which ones are you talking about? The ones on Disney Plus?
yeah, like Loki and those other ones. Like,
Uh,
are those even considered TV shows now? Because it's on.
well, yeah, it's a like many episode runs or whatever you want to call it. But I liked Moon Knight. Moon Knight was a fun show.
I was watching some of it, and it was hard to follow a little bit, but it wasn't.
Well, yeah,
it wasn't bad. It just got confusing.
I didn't like Captain America and Winter Soldier. It was more preachy SJW nonsense about how white people bad, white people racist, countries shouldn't be a thing anymore. It was nothing but political garbage, is all it was.
Really? I don't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bullshit.
I need to go.
Yeah,
back.
dude. Go. I mean, at one point. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess I can spoil it because it's been long. I mean, Flag Smasher is a Marvel villain. He's like an actual person. But in the Captain America Winter Soldier show, it's a group of like Antifa members that basically want to just get rid of all countries, no more flags. That's why they're the Flag Smashers, right? And
I forgot. That's the one where they are trying to go like the group that kind of enjoyed half the people being gone.
Right. Yeah. Like, I mean, and the whole thing was how, now Captain America's black and America's racist and blah, 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 whatever. And it was just, it was I felt like the only part of Captain America Winter Soldier I enjoyed was, what the hell?
Yeah, sorry about that. That was my girl laughing at something. My bad.
Oh, I thought I was hearing things like, what the hell?
No, you're fine. No.
So
my bad. I'll mute.
I know I've been drinking for a while, but I didn't know it kicked in already. I thought I was imagining it.
No, my bad.
I hate to say it. I thought it was the Joker laughing a little bit. That's what it sounds like.
I don't know, but the whole Captain America TV show, it was just, like, once it got preachy, I checked out. I was like, yeah, I'm done. No, thank you. And then, yeah.
I thought it was good, but maybe I need to go back and watch it.
I tried to, because, whenever it first came out, I tried to watch it. I couldn't do it. I was like, no, screw this. And then I was watching Connor, from Horny Goat, because he does all the Marvel stuff, right?
Yeah.
They were reviewing it a few months back, and I was watching them. They was like, yeah, well, go back and give it another try. So I did, and I had to work to get through it. And if I have to work to get through something like that, it's not fun for me. And I didn't enjoy it. I didn't want to do it, and I tapped out.
Oh, the first, the one he said about was Crazy Things is Gotham Knight.
Oh, Gotham. Yeah, no, Gotham. Okay, here's the problem with Gotham. Bruce Wayne is 10 years old, and all of his villains, besides Catwoman, are already full grown in there. So why do we need Batman? If Commissioner Gordon can handle, Mad Hatter or Mr. Freeze or this person or that person, why does Batman even have to be a thing? You know what I mean? And it was the Gotham. It was really weird because that was a Fox TV show. So Warner Brothers didn't allow them to have all of the rights to everything. So, like, when it came to Joker, they weren't allowed to use the name Joker. They weren't allowed to have, they had Jeremiah, and he was a kid from the carnival that he killed his mama or something, and he's like your proto Joker. Then they had, was it Jerome and Jeremiah? they were twin brothers. What they did with the Joker character in Gotham, they gave you like, oh, well, is this person Joker? Is that person Joker? It was kind of like a whodunit kind of thing or whatever. But it was really weird how they did it. Now, Gotham did a few things right. Their Scarecrow was great. I liked their Professor Pig. I liked their Penguin and Riddler. Besides, the only thing I didn't like was they made Penguin gay for Riddler. I didn't like that they did that. That was really weird. But
well, I mean,
you know,
I'm just curious what he looked like, the Riddler. I mean, was that?
It was actually a good Riddler. It wasn't like the '60s Riddler where he's wearing like tights, like green tights with a purple question mark on it. Yeah, he was wearing more of like once it got to the end, he was like the Riddler in the suit. You know what I mean? So it looked pretty cool. So,
but did he have like a bunch of question marks on him? Kind of like
he did on the coat, I believe.
Oh.
Like it actually worked the way that they did it. Like their version of Mr. Freeze was like wearing like a refrigerator type suit. It was kind of more of a realistic take. The Scarecrow costume on Gotham was great. Now, one TV show that I love, the first, I'd say 2.5 seasons, is Titans. It's on HBO Max, and it's basically the Teen Titans, but it's more of an adult version. Especially the second season because Red Hood is my favorite DC hero. He's the second version of Robin, Jason Todd, that gets killed by the Joker and comes back to life, and he adopts the Red Hood moniker. But yeah, it was that one. I enjoyed Titans pretty well, so it's worth watching.
Big T brought up a great point. That Falcon Winter Soldier was completely unnecessary when old man Steve Rogers hands the shield to God, what's the Falcon name? But I'm like, it was kind of like, yeah, you're supposed to be the new Captain America, but
yeah, that's okay. See, that's one question I had was, so wait, Steve Rogers handed Falcon his shield, but then somehow his shield ends up in a museum and he has to fight for it even though he already had it. That didn't make any sense to me.
No, what he turned it in because he felt like he was.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
He was not worthy of it, and that's why they created that America.
Well,
turning.
Well, here's the thing, though. A non-superpowered Captain America doesn't work. You know, the only reason he can go out there with just a metal shield is because he's literally a superhuman. Now you just have a regular guy. You know, that it doesn't work. He's not Iron Man. You know what I mean? The new Gotham.
Yeah,
oh, you're talking about Gotham Knights. Yeah. No, that Crazy Blade. I saw the trailer for Gotham Knights, and I can't. That looks way too teenage drama, melodramatic-y. Like the Batman cowl in that. Like it doesn't even have the chin. Like it looks bad. Gotham Knights looks like a horrible show. I mean, if you're liking it, I'm cool. You know, it's cool. I'm glad you like it. But I saw the trailer and like I was like, yeah, I'm not wasting my time. Now, one show I do need to watch on CW. Yeah, he dies in the first episode. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
They killed him.
Because Warner Brothers doesn't want 15 versions of Batman going at the same time. I mean, you've got Robert Pattinson Batman. You had Ben Affleck Batman. You have Michael Keaton Batman. If the Gotham Knights TV show's Batman was alive, then you have the Titans TV show. There's another Batman. So that's just 5 live-action Batman at the same time.
Well, that's
what I mean.
Well, that's DC's fault for having.
Well, that's why I like that James Gunn has. I like that they're wrapping up all of these DC products, and they're going to have one version of each character going forward.
That's what they.
Well, that's what they're doing. I mean, because basically, that's why the Flash movie is the Flashpoint story because they're going to reset the whole universe, and that's why James Gunn came out and announced in January, I think it was. They're going to start with the Superman movie. They're going to do this, that, the other thing, and there's going to be one version of each character, not 15, and everything's going to be connected, just like Marvel is. So it's going to be cool.
Well, that was the blueprint. See, I'm like, why deviate from the blueprint? I mean, it honestly worked for Marvel, and honestly, DC has the better lineup of characters.
Well, here's the problem, though. When used to, you got 2 Marvel movies a year. You only got 2. You got one at the beginning and one at the end. Now you get 4 Marvel movies plus a couple TV shows thrown in every single year. So that fatigue that we were talking about, that Crazy Blader whoever brought up earlier, you can't keep up with it anymore. You know what I mean? Oh. Especially if you have to watch Black Panther 2, then see Doctor Strange 3, and then Loki season 2, and then this, and then that, and let's say you miss one. Now you've completely. Do you even remember? I mean, there's problems here. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. A lot of times, it's it's kind of like how me with video games, when there's like a series going on, and there's number 10 game out, and people are raving about it, but you never played none of them, and why are you going to start with number 10?
Right.
You're intimidated to get into there. Well,
it's really hard to. Well, it's not hard. Something has to be really good to jump in the middle and go back to the beginning. I mean, that was like a Breaking Bad, the TV show. I didn't see the first season. I didn't get in on it till later, and I had to catch up. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of people who weren't Walking Dead fans because it's just about zombies or whatever. But once season 2 or 3 hit, they had to go back and catch up. You know what I mean? So, this is one of those things.
But I'm glad that's what DC's planning to do, because there's 2 versions of Jokers out there right now. I mean, you got that solo Joker, and actually, didn't you say there's a third one? You had the one from Suicide Squad.
Jared Leto Joker, he's not a thing anymore. He wasn't even in the Harley Quinn Birds of Prey movie. So the only Jokers active right now are Joaquin Phoenix, even though he's a Elseworld Joker, and what's his face from the Batman, the Robert Pattinson Batman film. So you've got 2 Jokers going at the same time. But the only reason Joker 2 is being made is because Joker 1 did $1 billion. Nobody expected it to. But Joker 2 is going to be a freaking musical with Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn, so that's probably going to suck. So I hate musicals, but it is what it is. So
I like musicals, but with Joker, that's going to be weird.
Well, Joker's not a superhero movie. Joker is not. I've said it before, but no. I mean, the Joker movie is not a superhero movie. It's a movie about mental illness that Warner Brothers had, and to sell it, they attached it to the Batman franchise. That's what they did. I mean, they have just enough comic booky stuff in there, so every few minutes, there's Arkham Asylum, or there's Gotham, blah blah blah, or here's Kid Bruce Wayne, who's 40 years younger than Joker now, because that makes sense. So I mean, it's like, I don't know. One of those things.
Yeah, I love, a lot of times, I go to watch a movie with my dad, and I bring something up. It's like, this doesn't make sense. Why is this? It's like, that's why it's called a movie, Casey. Like,
Right.
I'm like, I hate the generic version, but I mean, I guess it works because I mean, I just want it not to make like I want it to make sense. Then like, oh, I'm like, there's like you said, he's this old, and Bruce Wayne is like, like.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, that's that. Okay, like, look at it this way. What Joaquin Phoenix's Joker? Okay, in the movie, he's supposed to be like 30. The character of Arthur Fleck, he's supposed to be like 30 years old. But Joaquin Phoenix is like closer to 60 than he is 30.
Yeah.
And he looks the age, right? So it's like, you know, when you've got kid Bruce Wayne who's maybe 10 years old, and he's that scene where he's like, they literally have him playing on like a swing set. You know, he's obviously a kid. And this wrinkly old Joker who's, you know, may or may not be his brother. You know, I mean, he's not, but, you know, that was all a delusion. You know, that Joker could never take on Batman. It's not believable. You know what I mean?
I mean, well, think about it. If you go back to the '89 Batman when Jack killed his parents,
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was already a full-fledged adult, and the Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, but well, see, Joe Chill is the one who kills Batman's parents. It's always been Joe Chill. It was never Jack Napier. That was never his name. That was created for that movie. Now, the comic books brought that from the films as a possible origin name for Joe. I think the name of the comic run was Gotham White Knight. I believe that was the run of comics that they did, where it was like an Elseworld within DC, and Joker's name was Jack Napier or whatever. But the older I get, the less I like the '89 Batman film. Whenever I was a kid, I mean, I was 2 years old when that movie came out. I was all about that movie. I had every toy. I had the RC car. I had all of it. You know what I mean? But I don't like a Michael Keaton Batman. I don't know. I know that's sacrilegious.
I love
to say,
that movie.
That's
I don't.
sacrilege. That's sacrilege.
It is. Oh, I know it is. I mean, as a Batman fan, I know I'm like breaking like a cardinal rule here, but it is what it is. But the best thing about that movie was Jack Nicholson. I mean, honestly. And Michael Keaton, I always thought he was too small to be Batman.
I thought he was a perfect Batman compared to Adam West.
Oh yeah.
Well, okay, now hang on. You're comparing apples to oranges here. That's not a fair.
Well, I mean, think about it though. I mean, the first Batman movie is the '66 Batman.
It's the '60s, yeah.
And then you had fucking for like 30 years. You didn't have fucking Batman until '89 came out. So I mean,
yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, that was because Batman was kid friendly, you know, like golly gee, holy smokes, Batman. Until the '80s,
pow, boom, and all that. Right?
Until until the '80s, whenever they made Dark Knight Returns, and that turned Batman dark, which Dark Knight Returns is the greatest comic book ever written.
Oh yeah, Frank Miller's fucking Bat.
I would love to see them. They need to do a Dark Knight Returns movie set in the '80s and make it look like the comic book.
But isn't that what the Dark Knight trilogy is based off of, though?
It's based on the Dark Knight Returns. They took elements from it, but they didn't outright do it. It's just like in Batman v Superman. Why Ben Affleck Batman is my favorite is because that's Frank Miller's Batman. That's the Dark Knight Returns Batman. He's even got the tank that he has in Zack Snyder's Justice League at the end of it. He's wearing the same style suit and everything. You know what I mean? But I want to see like a trilogy of the Dark Knight Returns where it's set in the '80s. You have a Carrie Kelly as Robin. You know, you have the '80s aesthetic. Give me the mutants. I want Superman in there. I want the whole thing. I think that would be really cool. But, we'll see.
But I mean, I can understand Batman Returns. I was not a fan with that.
Oh God, that
I didn't.
I'll never forget. My mom took me to see Batman Returns in the theater, and the first time I saw Catwoman in that black leather, all strolling, like there was more than a few times where my mother considered taking me out of that movie theater. It was, I was like, oh, it was like, oh, that was I mean, for that generation of children that I was a part of, that was like, that changed our world. That was like, oh, wow, who's Batman? I like her better, So.
Well, you know what? I remember someone brought this point up. I don't know where, but you remember where she took that leather rain jacket and it's like just a small jacket, and somehow she cut that thing up and became a full bodysuit. And I'm like,
oh yeah.
How does that fucking work?
Well, I guess it's no less believable than if you fall out of a window and land in cat litter, you become superhuman,
Well,
so.
no, it's not cat litter. They had a litter of cats came to her and started licking.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm sorry. If you fall in cat litter and then get licked by a bunch of cats, then you become superhuman. Yeah.
No, she fell out of the building because the guy pushed him.
Yeah, she got pushed by Max Shrek. Yeah.
Yeah, but there was no litter. She just was it. I don't think
she fell into the back of a truck that had cat litter in it. Yeah, it was like cat litter or sand. It looks like cat litter is what it looks like. And then she gets licked by a bunch of cats, and then she comes back to life as Catwoman. Yes.
I thought she landed into the street.
No.
But yeah, apparently, if you had a bunch of cats lick you, you come back to life.
If let's say you have a fall, you don't need like a medical pack or an emergency kit or even 911. Just keep a bunch of cats, with you at all times, and have them come lick you, and you'll be fine.
That's right. You'll get 9 lives. I mean,
right? Yeah.
Would that consider be her first death then? I mean, because out of her 9 lives.
I don't think so, because she was human when she died. So once she got the superpowers, to me, that's when the 9 lives would start. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Batman Returns was, oh, did you freeze? I thought you may have. I mean, Batman Returns, it was, I need to go into my mom's building because I still have, do you remember the glass cups that McDonald's put out for all of the characters? It was those glass mugs. Oh, wait, no, that was Batman Forever. Never mind. I'm sorry, that was the Batman Forever mugs, I think it was. But I have the Batman, Robin, Two-Face, and Riddlers. I have all 4 of them somewhere. I need to go dig them out and find them. Hopefully they're not broken. They may be broken at this point. It's been years. But, yeah, no, it was, I don't know. As much as I love Batman, I like Batman v Superman. Batman v Superman is my favorite out of all of them. I love me some Affleck as the Dark Knight.
Well, you were talking about those mugs, I assume from McDonald's. It looked like they're made out of crystal and shit like that.
Yeah, they're like glass mugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy Blade. It wasn't Eggman. It was Egghead. It was played by Vincent Price. Yeah, Big T knew who it was. Yeah, Egghead was created for that show.
Huh.
I love Vincent Price. Vincent Price, horror icon. If it wasn't, House on Haunted Hill, probably my favorite movie of his. I love him in that film. But yeah, no, him as Egghead was great. And how could you forget like King Tut? King Tut was another fun villain on that show too. I always like the King Tut episodes. He's like a college professor that got knocked on the head, and somehow he thinks he's a pharaoh now. You know, I was like, seriously, come on, dude, this is hilarious.
Yeah, I forgot about King Tut. Oh,
yeah, King Tut was great. Yeah. Well, what's funny is here recently they brought King Tut into the Batman comic books, so like he's just a regular character now. So that's what's so funny about it.
Hey, imagine they brought him back to like a main villain.
I would love to see a modernized version of King Tut. I think that would be hilarious.
See, you know, that's the only thing that I could have done during, you know, during that age or being in the comics, because you know you can't put someone like King Tut as a villain in today's age.
Well, and you know, these days, if they were to do King Tut, he wouldn't be a white guy. He'd be like, you know, Egyptian or something.
Oh,
you
true.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wouldn't be a white guy anymore.
That's true.
Crazy Blade says, I heard the Punisher TV show might come back. Punisher, I don't know about Punisher TV show coming back, but John Bernthal is coming back to play Punisher in the Daredevil show. I do know that.
That's right.
We talked about that on Harsh Truth as well.
I can't
they
wait.
Announced. Well, I'm excited, but not as excited as I want to be, because the Netflix Punisher TV show is probably the greatest superhero TV show that's ever been made. Because it wasn't. I mean, technically, it's not even a superhero show. It's a crime drama. It's Punisher just going down hunting people, but they didn't hold back on Netflix. I mean, it got bloody. It got hardcore. And I highly, highly, highly doubt that Disney Marvel is willing to go as hardcore as Netflix did. So I don't want to see a PG Punisher. That's the one thing that I don't want to see. You know what I mean? In case you need to start hoarding some cats. Well, no, I mean, Casey, what kind of dog do you have? It's a wiener dog, right?
Yeah, I got a Dachshund and a Schnauzer.
Okay, so
I'd rather have a pack of Dachshunds, because
when you eventually have like a heart attack and collapse in your game room one day, and the dogs come lick you, I wonder what kind of superpowers you're going to
get. If I come back to life, what the fuck? I got 2 AJs. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I assume he's probably on laptop and cell phone or something.
No, that's just my phone. Sorry about that. I was on the phone with D-Mac. He just called me. Literally, I wished him a happy birthday.
That happened to me the other day. Whenever I was trying to log in, it wouldn't let me in like that. I think that's StreamYard's nonsense.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No big deal.
Oh, and AJ, I was going to tell you, go in there and tell your woman if she laughs at this show one more time, that you're going to knock the hell out of her. That's what I was going to say.
Oh, no. She was watching a YouTube video. I'm sorry. Yeah, she was watching a YouTube video.
I was going to have a goof with it, but.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
Be like, bitch, get in line. You're going to get stuck in that hand or something like that.
I'll backhand her ass. No, I'm kidding.
One more time. You got one more time, woman.
Get lippy with me one more time.
Well, you know what? I just learned on SmackDown today.
What's up?
It's okay that if your father's still allowed to beat your son nowadays. Because
why did a father beat their son?
Yeah, I mean, Rey Mysterio finally punched Dominic.
Did he finally man up and give his son an ass whooping? Good.
Yeah, he punched.
These Zoomers need a good ass whooping nowadays.
I tried watching clips of that Mysterio storyline. Oh, I hate that kid. Oh my god! Like, I don't even hate him as like a bad guy wrestler. He just annoys me. It's just, you weren't there. You're a deadbeat. Like, dude, you're rich. Nobody believes you.
He's an entitled, spoiled brat.
Right.
That
like you
fucking had everything handed to him.
He did. he did complain about his dad giving him a BMW. I'm like, hold on, isn't that a BMW?
Please. I would love to have that problem. Please curse me with a new BMW.
Yeah, I know,
right
really.
now,
Right. I would love to have a dad that was super
please
rich that would
bless
just
me
give
with
me a
$1
Dodge
million
Challenger.
home. And,
right.
You know, new cars. And hey, Dad doesn't have to be there. Just give me all the fun stuff. I'm fine with that. I mean, I grew up without a dad, and I didn't even have a rich one. So it is what it is, you know. But
so, here's the thing. Dominic's going to be a hypocrite when he has his child one day, and let's say if he's still with the WWE, he's going to be a hypocrite because he's going to be on the road all the time too. So,
yeah.
But
I don't know. I was gonna watch SmackDown tonight, but I was dealing with a sick kid. And I'm like, I just don't care. I flipped through the channels. I saw it on. The one thing I saw, where Ric Flair's daughter was talking. Charlotte was talking.
Oh God, yeah.
I saw her talking. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And I just kept going. I didn't even stop.
I'll probably watch Monday and Friday just because the go home shows to WrestleMania, but yeah, that's about it.
Well, here's the kicker. She ripped off her old man's line. She said,
"Well, she
might as well. You have to beat the woman."
She ripped off everything else Ric Flair ever did. So what's one more thing?
Yeah, right. Sure. No, she said diamonds are forever, and so is Charlotte.
And so is Flair. Yeah.
No, Charlotte Flair.
Oh, okay.
Because back then he would say so is Ric Flair.
No, it was diamonds are forever, and so are the Four Horsemen.
No, he said also Ric Flair.
It was never Ric Flair. It was always Four Horsemen.
It was Four Horsemen.
That was you wouldn't understand, Casey, because you're not a WCW person, but that's what he used to say.
He didn't really say it as much. Because the Four Horsemen kind of started to die once the NWO started anyway. So that was pre.
Well, which reincarnation are we talking, Tex? Because there's so many incarnations.
I'm talking more Jim Crockett NWA Horsemen than WCW Horsemen.
Yeah.
With Tully and Arn and everything else.
Well, I remember just when the NWO just got born, literally that 96. When you remember how they were doing a lot of them the Nitros out at Disney.
Yeah.
That's when he was saying that a lot more, but then he stopped saying it late 97, and then when the Horseman died, and then they brought him back in 98, and
Well, the Horseman died whenever they did the whole orange spot angle.
No.
Once the NWO goofed that was the death of the Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
Kevin Nash is after talking about liver spots and everything.
That's what's funny is I could actually see you reincarnating that part because I could see you with a cooler walking down with your beer belly sticking out and fucking
it was
all
hilarious,
that.
Dude. I mean, how could you not love Kevin Nash with his bald cap on and a pillow under his shirt? I'm not talking about bald spots. I'm not talking about liver spots. I'm talking about my spot. Whatever.
Right. And having Buff Bagwell come out there looking like fucking Kurt Hennig and shit.
Right. But I mean, once they goofed on the Horseman like that, that was it. That was all right. Well,
yeah, but 98 was pretty good when they brought it back at it was North Carolina. They brought that back for that one night. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's when they
weren't they in Charlotte that night?
They were in Charlotte, Horseman Country. Yep.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that was a gimmick.
Yeah, it was Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko, fucking Mongo, fucking Flair, and JJ Dillon.
I always liked Mongo, but I never thought of the Four Horsemen as that group. That's not my Horseman.
I did. That was my Horseman, to be honest with you. The late 90s. Yeah, because that's my incarnation of seeing the Horseman. I mean, even Brian Pillman. I mean, Pillman was a Horseman.
My Horseman had Tully and Arn and JJ and all that. That's my Horseman.
See, that's the weird thing is because I started watching NWA WCW back in '89 when it was purchased by Ted Turner, but still, I mean, you didn't really see the Horsemen back then because the Horsemen were more early '80s.
Well, I mean, like I said, I wasn't alive for it either, but I would be going back and watching all the episodes, especially once like WWE Network come out. That was whenever I really fell in love with that incarnation of the Horseman, and I like that version better. I like that era of Ric Flair before he cut his hair off and did everything else. That's my favorite Ric Flair. I love that version of Ric Flair, and it was whatever, but.
I like the old Dusty too, like the Hard Times promo that he shot right on fucking Atlanta.
Yeah, who
like,
doesn't
that was
love
really
Dusty
good.
Rhodes?
Right.
I don't know. It's
well, obviously
this new
Casey
stuff.
doesn't.
This new stuff. Oh, he probably glitched out, and froze up there or something.
Well, no, Casey, his dad's fucking JR, so I mean, fucking he has to Jim Ross.
I'm listening.
I wasn't a fan of JR in WCW. Obviously not W. Well, he wasn't in WCW. He was, he was in Jim Crockett, not WCW.
No, he was.
But you know what's funny is a lot of people don't realize that literally Tony Schiavone was gone from WCW for 1 year, and nobody ever.
Yeah, he went to wasn't it 87?
No, 91.
Yeah, he went.
I thought it was in the 80s.
Nope, 1991, and then Flair went 92.
I think
you're
right.
Then Tony Schiavone came back.
I'm shocked that he didn't stay there. I bet.
Why? He was loyal to WCW and Jim.
Go listen to his podcast. He's talked about that. Him and Lois Schiavone, his wife, they hated living in the North.
Yeah, you gotta remember they're Southern. They're from Atlanta.
It wasn't. Yeah, he's from Virginia and she's from somewhere else.
Yeah, he's a big Dogs fan too. Which I'm kind of happy about.
Either way. Now he was there for 1 year, and then he went back to WCW because Lois hated living in the North. And then he was like, once I came back, I knew WCW was doomed. He tried to go back to WWF, but Vince wouldn't have it. Vince was like, no, you made your decision. Stick with it.
He's too Southern. That's the reason why. Vince, I don't understand why Vince doesn't like Southern people. Vince was born in a double or single wide trailer down in fucking North Carolina.
Well, it's just, I don't know. Wrestling today to back then, I mean, I guess it's just me getting old. I don't really know, but it doesn't have the heart that it used to. You know what I mean?
No, it doesn't. It's stale.
I mean, we don't. I mean, we kind of have almost the territories. We have the indies shows, but
well, yeah.
But you don't have the real territories, like where. Yeah, you still get the superstars that come from the indie shows, but you don't really know them until like they hit the other bigger like.
Right. I mean, hell. I mean, look at it nowadays.
AEW.
My buddy, fucking D-Mac. He literally was on fucking Impact Wrestling tonight. That's why I was gone, because me and him were talking and fucking.
So that was him.
Yeah, that was him. Yeah, I just got off the phone with him when I came back. Yeah, that was him. Yeah, it was actually his birthday too, so I wished him a happy birthday and all that too. So, yeah,
I gotta go back and watch that.
Yeah, that's funny though. Like, to be honest with you, seeing your buddy that you actually know and you hang out with, you see him on TV and you're like, well, what the fuck? And I told him on the phone, I was like, why didn't you let me know this ahead of time? He was like, this element of surprise. I was like, oh, okay.
Well, I mean, think about it. Think about. Go ahead, Case.
I was going to say, this is Swerve's butt. Oh, God, how you pronounce it. Oh, he said I can call him Robert, by the way. So I forgot about that. What's cooking? I threw a pizza in the oven.
The new documentary on Ric Flair is amazing on Peacock. I didn't know Ric Flair had a new documentary on Peacock.
There's an Arrow one? I mean, I know he had that.
Apparently, Crazy Blade said there's one.
I know. Well, I get there was something about Ric Flair. I don't know if it was a documentary. I guess it was a documentary. It was good, but
I saw the one on ESPN that they did a couple years ago.
got hurt?
I can't remember. It was like, I guess it was a 30 for 30 that ESPN did on Ric Flair. That was actually a pretty good one. And then I've seen other ones, but I didn't know they did one for Peacock.
On Robert says it's going to be LA Knight versus Bobby at Mania. When did they announce that? See, the thing is,
that's the first of me hearing it.
Yeah, because I have the picture of them showed this on SmackDown today, where for the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, they have both LA Knight and Bobby Lashley in the Rumble or the Royal. But I'm like, this is pretty much, I say it confirms that he's not fighting Bray Wyatt.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, everybody wants the Fiend, but they're not going to give it to us. Like they did that weird Uncle Howdy nonsense that it just never went anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't do shit.
Well, I was hearing that well, he had some health issues, or they said some physical issue.
Well, he's too fat. Look at how fat Bray Wyatt is. Now, I'm not surprised he's out there getting hurt. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, he got fat when he got fired for over a year.
Right.
Like, but I don't know. I mean, they waited way too long for him to have his first match. And
now, that being said, that doesn't mean, I mean, the thing about a Bray Wyatt thing is he could pop up at any time. I mean, he, oh, here's a new spooky character, boom, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. This is crazy what Big T said in the chat. Click that and read that.
The spirit of WCW is alive and well. Was it Mattel's?
Holy crap! Oh,
really?
I need that.
Yeah, me too. I might definitely need that when it comes out.
I don't know where. I don't have room for it, but I will find room. I will.
I will buy that. Oh yeah, definitely. If they actually make that thing, I'll be the first ones to buy it.
That is cool.
See, I remember back. Well, see, TNA had this belt.
The 6 sides of steel, right?
No. What this is, it was the NWA belt.
Yeah.
And it had one side had Jeff Jarrett, and the other side was AJ Styles. It
was a double pack, right?
Yeah, and then the faceplate comes open, and it's a ring. So I was like,
"Is that really what it was?" Because I thought it was just a wrestling belt.
No,
I've seen it.
Roy Otis says LA Knight is getting pushed after Mania.
I think he will too. He deserves it.
I haven't. The only LA Knight match that I've watched was the Mountain Dew match, where he was just there just to take the blows and get, get beat. That was his only role. I think he's an entertaining promo, but
Yeah, Big T, you can do that.
Yeah, if it's real, I want to know about it because fuck. If it's pre-order, I'll buy it. I'll pre-order it. Fuck
that. I guarantee you that's going to be a couple. I know the last Mattel Creations they did the New Generation WWF entrance deal, and that was like $250 or something.
Yeah, it was the RAW, the old Raw's War, or the old Raw fucking stage. I seen that at Walmart. They had it.
It was like it was the one with the neon lights all around it and everything lit up.
No, this one wasn't that. That was a different one I seen.
Yeah, no. The one I'm talking about, it came with. I think you got a ring with it. It had the entrance deal with the light up neon W thing, and it came with a Diesel, Doink, and a Macho Man.
So that would have been fun. That would have been cool to have.
And it was all the New Generation, like early '90s stuff. But
can someone find a picture of that?
I guarantee the WCW. I'm gonna guess it comes with
Sting.
Well, they can't do Sting because he's got AEW. Yeah. I'll go Hollywood Hogan,
Goldberg, probably.
Macho Man and Goldberg.
But which stage are we talking about? I mean, are we talking?
Well, he
about...
just said
Obviously,
that,
it's a Nitro.
he just
one.
said that the Nitro that steel, entrance stage.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
that's-
steel one. Not that stupid bird logo one they had.
Where did he say that though? I just see the
We
massive.
read it.
No,
It's like 3 comments up from the bottom, dude. Go
No,
up one
Jesus,
more.
Casey.
no.
There
It
you go.
says he just says a massive Monday Night Nitro stage. He didn't say which one.
Obviously, it's the good
If they're
one.
doing
that
a Nitro stage, they're doing the most famous one, the diamond plate steel Nitro stage.
I would definitely go with that one because
No,
that's
Casey wants the bird one.
no. Oh,
In case you watch the exploding vagina logo.
Yeah, that stupid bird logo. God,
No,
that
I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest. I know it's not a popular opinion, but I don't hate the second WCW logo with the exploding vagina one that Tony Schiavone talks about. I don't hate it. Like whenever I was younger, I was like, this looks like crap, but it's not bad with the 2 small W's and the big C in the middle. It's an okay logo.
Yeah.
I have to go see this.
It's not as good as the original. I mean, to me, I always picture the WCW in the purple and yellow. That's what that logo should be. But
Right.
Hey, we got Swerve in the chat, man. What's up,
What's
Swerve?
up,
Hold on, Swerve. Oh, I see what you're talking about, Tex. I just looked it up. It's got the W and it's got the
it's
neon.
got 2 small W's on the sides and then a big C. That's
No,
what I'm saying.
no. I'm talking about the action, the play set, the new generation one you were talking about.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that place.
Yeah,
It's got the light up. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was pretty cool.
That
It
is
came
pretty
with 3.
neat.
It came with 3. Let's say it came with a Diesel, a Doink, and a Macho Man figure, and then it had a bunch of stuff with it. But it was
it's called the WWE Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, well, those are the Ultimate Edition figures. They have more articulation. Like the shoulders can move more. I've got the
Wow. Guess how
I've
much
got
it goes for right now?
Oh, a couple hundred, I'm sure, if not more.
$600.
Good God.
Oh,
Hey,
you could probably find it, Jim.
Dude, I just went to
Wow.
see that picture of that of the stage.
Peacock original documentary. Woohoo! Becoming Ric Flair.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've
Now,
seen that.
How many O's were in the woo? Because it's only official if it has 5. Every Ric Flair worth the salt fan knows that.
Oh,
So,
is that true?
yes.
Wow, I did not
If
know
it's
that.
woo with 5 O's, Flair has that trademark. That is the official woo. Yes.
No. Wow.
What stream? What are we talking about here, Big T?
No, it's this one right here he's talking about. Right here.
No. I'm talking about Big T tagged me. He said, "Can you play that on the stream?" What are we talking about?
If we try to play a video, Casey's computer's probably going to explode.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we're not playing any video or sound.
Oh, I know what he's talking about. He's talking about that WCW stage, and I did see it. It's awesome. It is the steel one.
The diamond plate, the Nitro stage. Yeah, I mean, when you say the Nitro stage, that's what everybody thinks of. Nobody thinks of that star background with the big opening logo. Nobody thinks of that.
Yeah, that's good. That is a good point. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that is true. That is the Nitro stage. So
right.
That's.
Oh, I seen it. That's pretty cool.
There's lights and everything.
Yeah. Wow. If that's real,
I'm gonna have to look into getting one of those because that's.
I want it.
That's cool.
That is fucking so epic.
I wonder. I mean, honestly, if all that stuff is steel, I mean, you gotta make that stuff out of plastic or like because I'm
That's
gonna,
gorgeous. Like,
It'll probably be a mix of metal
like
and
this is a
plastic, if
fan
I had to
belt.
guess.
I don't know.
Wow.
Would you want like a bunch of stuff to be steel? I mean, or like
Well, it
diamond
probably won't be
plate?
steel. Probably maybe like aluminum or some sort of lighter metal.
Probably some hard plastic, just because to be safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was gonna say, you don't want steel because that rust, but why?
Right.
Diamond
Just get
plate.
stainless.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's true. But
Like
If you
I'm
then,
get
seeing some
a,
of these art.
let's see,
These
what is it?
people.
Is it 316 gauge steel? Doesn't rust or tarnish?
I don't
Hmm.
know. I mean,
I think it's 316. Yeah.
what about the diamond plate, like aluminum diamond plate?
Well, that's
I
what I'm
mean,
saying. They can make it out of aluminum or some sort of lighter metal or something. I don't know. Now, how cool would it be if you bought, well, let's say it is plastic, right? You buy the plastic and then you have it cast and you have forms made and then you have it cut out into metal and then you have a metal nitro stage made. That'd be something.
Okay.
yeah.
The only problem I have with that Nitro stage, if they really do get crowdfunding and they build it, they have to make the fucking announcers table and the announcers set.
I
'Cause
bet
that's incomplete without it.
I bet you what they'll do is like, okay, with that last Mattel Creations, like when they first put it up, it was only uh, the entrance deal, the ring, and I think you got one of the figures. But like as they went on to get to entice more people, they added more stuff to it. Like they added the Macho Man and the announce table. Then they added the Doink figure or whatever. So
Right.
they'll probably announce more stuff that they're going to add on to.
But if that's true, like, oh, I'm so on board for that. Like, I want it.
I'm wondering, is this gonna be for like for adults, or this is like gonna be
What do you
made?
think? It's
This
gonna
is
be
a
for the collectors.
this is an
man.
adult. This is an adult collect. They don't make toys for kids anymore. They make toys for adults like us these days.
Oh,
That's why most of these things say adult collectible on it.
Yeah.
like,
Just
I mean,
knowing about this is making me hype, and I really hope this comes true because ever since I was little, I mean, yeah, we did get a Nitro set when WCW was around, but it wasn't compared to what I just seen. That's fucking amazing.
yeah, it's pretty
And that was
bad.
from 411 Wrestling, what I seen.
Royotto says his birth name is commonly considered to be Fred Phillips.
Yeah, he found it out.
Oh, you mean Ric Flair? I thought his real name was Richard Flair.
That's what I thought. It was Richard Flair. Because it's French.
I'm gonna. Is this what they reveal in this Peacock documentary thing?
Yeah,
It's ESPN 30 for 30.
yeah, it was like the first.
Really?
No, this is on the Peacock documentary.
Really? Because I know they did
Yeah.
ESPN 30 for 30 on Ric Flair, too.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'll have to go check that out. Jesus.
Jesus, Casey.
Like, yeah.
Smack yourself in the head. Maybe something might go right. Tex, can you just smack Casey real quick?
What?
Okay. Yeah, I'm too tired to do anything. Fuck that shit.
Robert, I think we're probably gonna. I would say yes, but I'm actually I'm getting a little sleepy, so definitely.
Yeah,
Tapping out
Casey's
early?
batteries is running down.
You mean I get the night off and you get sleepy? What the hell?
Yeah, I know, right, Casey? What the
Son of
hell,
a
man? This is the
Fucking
only
Casey.
time we get fucking
Casey's got
Tex.
Casey, I guess. What the hell?
Quit being such a bitch.
See, I'm trying to find out. I mean, I went to the Wikipedia, and they still have him listed as Richard Flair.
Yeah, what? You can't trust Wikipedia. Anybody can go in there and change that shit.
I haven't heard the part when Kurt Angle revealed that God, try to remember that black guy that was supposed to be his son. Oh God, what was his name? It was, I think it was I think it was like Jason something, but he
I
was
don't know.
with Chad Gable as a group, and then he separated to do this gimmick with Kurt Angle. Let me see if I can find it, but
So would he be the prodigal son of him and Booker T's wife then, or what?
no, he was trying to Jason
Or did
Jordan.
or did Kurt Angle just like the dark meat? Is that what he was into?
Obviously, Kurt Angle liked the dark meat.
He kind of like the dark meat with this one. Jason Jordan, thank you, Big T. So so when Kurt Angle revealed that Jason Jordan was his son, that he I guess kayfabe, when someone went into Wikipedia and made it from, I guess he had 5 kids to 6. And it was
they should have had Hornswoggle be his son like they did with McMahon. That would have been fun.
But what was funny, and it said including Jason Jordan. I'm like,
well, then who's the mama? That's the real question. Who's the baby mama?
Oh, I don't know. It could have been some random black woman.
Well, they screwed up because Booker T is on the payroll, right? So they could have brought Charmel back, and they could have had like while Booker T was on the road or something or whatever. Like,
wow.
Kurt Angle got with Charmel, and she had a kid, but she gave it up for adoption or something.
They really could have. You really want to do that to Booker T though? You really want to put him as a cuck? I mean, let's be real.
Well, no. See, that's the thing. He can be like the good guy that. Because then we could get one more match with Kurt Angle and Booker T. Like this would all lead up to like a WrestleMania match or something, right?
Yeah, but that's just
Booker
like
T
Jeff
can go
Jarrett.
over one more time.
That's like Jeff Jarrett and fucking Kurt Angle in TNA with fucking Karen Jarrett. I mean, fucking. No one wants to see that.
History repeats itself. You know what I mean? So,
well, that means WWE is going to be bought, sold, and be dead. If that's the case.
Well,
if you say history repeats itself,
wrestling's dead anyways. It's a dead product.
Yeah,
all of it's dead. All of it sucks. It's I mean, hell, we're sitting here, we're reminiscing about crap that happened 30 years ago because nothing good's happening now.
You know what's funny is all these young kids that are listening to us, they probably think we're old.
We're up here arguing what's Ric Flair's real name. This is what we're talking about in wrestling. Okay, think about it. This is WrestleMania season, and we're talking about what's Ric Flair's actual name. That should put it into scope what is important.
Well, the thing was, Ric Flair said he only found out his real name like 3 years ago. I'm like, wow, it took you forever to finally figure out what's your real name. I mean, I know
he probably just sobered up just long enough to figure it out.
Well, I bet you it's probably hard up for money. That's probably the reason why.
He was like, someone's like, "Hey, I'll offer you money if you would say your name's this and you're my son."
I still want Ric Flair to come back and win the title one more time, just so he can be top overall again. I don't like John Cena being. I don't like John Cena being tied with him. So.
Well, WWE doesn't look at it this way, but if you remember Ric Flair's final match, he did come out with the belt. So I mean.
Yeah, but that was a tag match, though. And that wasn't for big gold. That was more of a prop, you know what I mean?
Well,
but that was the actual belt, though, too. So we can,
And I would.
It was technically a WCW event.
I would have paid so much money to hang out with Ric Flair and Kid Rock after that match.
What about the Undertaker's bastard son?
That was a party after, like, God. That's the stories I wish Ric Flair would tell in his podcast. I mean, do y'all listen to his podcast that he has with Conrad?
Yeah.
He's not a great like Conrad's really got to carry that show. Ric Flair gives short little statements. He doesn't elaborate too much these days. That's one thing I've noticed.
Oh, Big T, I have to answer that question for Big T. He says in the chat, with the discussion with the commentator team, me personally, if they can get Tony Schiavone and Mike Tenay and fucking Larry Zbyszko for those figures with that booth,
there is an Eric Bischoff figure. There's an Eric Bischoff figure coming out. It's a him as the Raw GM figure.
Yeah, but they don't need that one. That one's stupid. They should actually have him with the motorcycle.
Well, no, what I'm saying is they can use that same mold and just make a Nitro era Bischoff.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, that would be cool is like the one with the bicycle, with the bike, and he's coming down with the fucking crown and shit, with the NWO shirt and the leather jacket. That would be fucking cool to have.
That's why I want Sting to go back to WWE so we can get more Sting action figures. Because right before he left,
still use them.
Well, right before
intellectual property.
Right before he left, they had the original Crow where it was just a plain white face with minimal black on it. It was going to come out. It was going to be a Legends figure. But he signed with AEW, so they canceled it. Like he, as soon as they showed the prototype for it, he went over to that other company. So
you know what?
I don't know.
I'm gonna let Robert to come in here because he wants. I assume he wants to talk about what you guys are talking about. So
okay. As long as he's not a fucking troll, yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it.
Be cool, man.
I'll put the link.
This is your big break right here.
I'll put the link in the chat. So
just be cool.
I was gonna.
We don't do the drama and the nonsense. So
no.
Yeah, that's one of the things, and that we don't want actual kids. No kids on
no
here.
children. we need to have a screen of no minor underage children. Keep the drama nonsense away and just come in here and have fun.
Right. Let's just have fun.
Oh, here he is already. That was fast.
What's going on, guys?
Dude,
what's up, man? How are you?
Welcome.
Nice to meet you guys.
Hey, welcome.
What's up, dude?
What's going on? Yeah, I saw that in the documentary. He said that it was because of his some guy said that he was his brother, so that he needed to contact them because some adoption thing. That's what it was.
Well, I don't think I ever knew Ric Flair was adopted. At least I don't remember it.
He said that in the documentary that there was some adoption thing and crap like that. It's weird. Mm-hmm. He said that in that documentary in Peacock. He didn't say that in ESPN though.
See, I don't even have Peacock, so that's why I didn't know there was a new Ric Flair documentary out.
Yeah, it
that's
just
crazy.
Existed like 3 months ago, I think, or 2 months ago.
Really?
Yeah, it was give or take around there.
I don't even. I mean, to be honest, I'm one of those. I'm not going to pay for Peacock because every time I did in the past to try to get a pay-per-view, it would glitch out and never work. So I just go to one of those websites that has it for free, and that's how I watch the pay-per-views I did watch. So
I don't blame you.
But no, I forgot about that. Not only that, his brother wanted to meet him. He's like, and Rick was like, "No, thank you."
He probably was thinking that he wanted money from him. That's what it was.
Oh, really?
That's odd.
Yeah,
I mean, how many people on the call can actually say they've actually met Ric Flair? I mean, but that was back in WCW days.
I met Ric Flair at Fan Access, not this past WrestleMania, but the first one they had at Cowboy Stadium.
Oh, okay. See, you got to meet old Ric Flair.
His autograph one day.
Actually, technically, I met Ric Flair twice because whenever I was a kid, there was here in my local area, they did a small little show, and Ric Flair fought Surfer Sting in a tiny little indie kind of event. I've got a picture with me and my dad in between both of them. I got to dig it out. I'll put it on.
Well, that's cool. I mean,
Yeah, and this was-
I remember mine like it was yesterday.
I mean, but yeah, I was like 4 or 5. I barely even remember it. But
I was 8 years old. I could tell you exactly where, when, and when it happened.
I mean, it was because this was prior to Flair putting over Sting for big gold. Like it puts it in that kind of time frame. But it was, it was a while.
So that was like early 90s then.
Yeah, it was. I said I was 4 or 5 years old. I don't remember exactly, but like my dad, like it's Ric Flair, then it's my old man, me, and then Sting. We're all like, it's on like one of those. You remember them cameras where you take a picture and it was like a Polaroid? Yeah. It's on like some some horrible Polaroid kind of thing. But it's a cool picture. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Those were the shit back then.
What's that?
What's that?
Those were the shit. Those were good because you got them instantly.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, it was it was cool. So I guess technically I met Flair twice, but once that I can recall. But yeah, no, it was I've gotten to meet I got to meet a bunch of them at that fan access. There was a ton of them there, but the lines were so long it was freaking ridiculous.
Hold on, are you talking about last year?
Mm-mm.
First
WrestleMania at Cowboy Stadium was at 30, not 38. Was that 34 maybe? I don't remember.
Yeah, it was maybe a little earlier than that.
It was the one where Triple H fought Roman Reigns.
That was not
where Triple H came out.
One?
Yeah, I was at that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I was at that one. Yeah.
How much did that cost?
Oh, a couple $100 a ticket because we got kind of midway level. So it was.
Nice.
Now, I mean, we saved money because it was without traffic. I'm about an hour away from the stadium, so we just drove up there and we stayed at home or whatever. But I mean, of course, hell, it cost me a tank of gas just sitting in traffic trying to get to the stadium.
Oh, I believe it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
going to
we
Nitro
left
100 was a fucking disaster.
We left
only
15
minutes.
Like 4 to 5 hours early, and we sat like 3 of it in traffic. Like it was so bad on I-30. Cars literally just turned the car off and were just sitting there because there were so many people. I've never seen. The only time I've seen that much traffic at Cowboy Stadium was when they had the college national championship game there a few years ago.
Okay, so here's a question for everybody, since we're all wrestling marks here and Robert's new here. Out of every single event, what was your favorite wrestling event ever going to, and why?
Going.
Who wants to go first? I'll go second.
I mean, I'll break the ice. I don't care. I'll go for it. It was August 4th, 1997, Nitro 100. I have fucking those greatest Nitro-overs. The first 3-hour Nitro. Fucking Luger wrecked Hogan for the belt at the Palace of Auburn Hills. It was the best moment ever. I was 8 years old. Met Ric Flair that same day at Harmony House.
Hey,
I can tell you mine. I went to Bad Blood in St. Louis when Kane first came
in
out.
your house. Wow, that's a good one.
Wow, that's a good one.
I was there for that live.
Oh, wow.
And then Deadly Game, also Survivor Series.
Oh wow. Which one was it? Joe Louis Arena? The 99?
No, in St. Louis. In St. Louis.
Oh, St. Louis. Okay.
After the screw job 1 year later.
Oh, okay.
I'd say probably my favorite that I went to. It was when Nitro came to Dallas, and it wasn't like a big Nitro or whatever, but I was just so. This was in the time period of. This was like. It was in '97. Because Starrcade 97 hadn't happened yet. This was in the build-up to, Hogan Sting, which is my favorite time period in wrestling. But I remember getting to see Sting actually in the rafters, and I thought that was so freaking cool. But now, I tell you the funniest thing I've ever seen at a wrestling show, we went to a Raw, and this is at the time period where Shawn Michaels was in DX, right? And this was at the time period where the fans were screaming, "Sean's a faggot," and they do the whole clap thing. Sean was doing. I was a kid, and like the whole entire arena is chanting, "Sean's a faggot," while Shawn Michaels is doing like gay gestures and blowjob things.
Yeah, I
like,
remember those ones,
up on. I was like, "Holy crap!" And that was like, very eye opening. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, because you're a little kid at the time. You're like,
oh, dude, it was. Oh yeah, I mean, like there's a grown man up there like dancing around like a fairy, and there's 2,000 people, screaming, "Sean's a faggot."
Right.
No, I'm like, I don't ever hear this on TV. This is weird, whatever. But hey, it was a lot of fun.
Well, Big T said he went to WrestleMania 24.
Cool.
I've been to 3 WrestleManias, including last year's.
I've only been to 1.
Did you go to the first one at Cowboy Stadium a few years ago?
No, I went to WrestleMania X7. That was
in Houston.
Yeah, in Houston. And then
so you got to see where Steve Austin turned that.
Yes.
Oh, that's gotta suck.
No, I actually enjoyed it.
Really?
Turning heel. Yes.
Oh,
and I actually predicted when I saw Vince coming down, it's like I got a feeling Stone Cold's turning heel. And
that might be the worst. That might be the worst thing they've ever done was turn him heel. That was so bad.
Well, I mean, the thing is, they were trying to make him heel, but I mean, people loved him. It's kind of hard. Like for me, I was like, you know what? I'm still a Stone Cold fan, even though he's a heel. I'm gonna still be a fan of him. Well,
technically, he was a heel the whole time.
Did you like him in the corporation?
Well, he was only in the corporation for like a day. He was like that was like right after. Well, it wasn't even the corporation. It was at that time. It was just Vince had him come out in the suit and tie, and then
the funniest part about all of that was when Austin was with Triple H, and they had all of the belts or whatever. Yeah. They had like I think they had the tag belts, the Intercontinental and the World Heavyweight, I believe, or whatever. I can't remember exactly, but that I remember. There's one episode where like Undertaker was coming after Steve Austin for the title, and like he was chasing him all through the backstage or whatever, and like Undertaker pretty much takes over Steve Austin's locker room, and he's like chewing tobacco and drinking his beer in there. Undertaker's like got his feet up in Steve Austin's locker room, and I mean, it was just so funny to watch. I saw it on YouTube not too long ago. It was pretty good.
Did you guys enjoy the invasion angle?
No,
fuck no.
Hell no.
I was like, what the hell? What did they do?
No, that's what happens when you have people on fat contracts that, rather sit home and, collect a paycheck. And I should have did it in 2002. It would have been a lot easier.
Yeah.
I mean, both AJ and I if you could give us the opportunity to go back in time to relive WCW, I'm pretty sure we'd hit the button right now. But
yeah,
that was it was. I look at the invasion as honestly it was a mockery of what WCW was. Just
it was always a slap in the face, Tex. That's all.
It was a slap in the face. It was the final final nail. No, the final nail in the coffin was Sting losing to Triple H at Mania when he should have went.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I think
that was the final nail.
That was the nail in the coffin for their death was when they had the stun gun on Goldberg, and also when they had Vince Russo winning the belt and David Arquette winning the belt.
Yeah, those were definitely not good times. I
don't have a problem with Arquette winning the title because of the way he won it. Now, It was weird that I think that's the only time in history a singles title has ever been won in a tag team match.
Yeah, that's
the only time
in a triple.
I think that's the only time it's ever. I think that's the only time it's ever happened. But you know, I mean, it was done for. I don't know. I know
It was
why
up
they
for
did
Royal
it,
Rumble.
but I would have had him win like the United States belt or something, not
Yeah,
the World Heavyweight.
I
Right.
agree.
They
If
were
you-
trying to, like AJ said, they were trying to promote the movie Ready to Rumble. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That I love that movie. Like, if I know I know they're making fun of wrestling fans in the movie. I know what they're doing, but that movie's just too much fun. I
I love
can't
that movie.
not I can't not like that movie. It's talking about it makes me want to go back and rewatch it. Actually,
you know what I should
Yeah,
do?
yeah. We know Holds Bar over here with your
You know-
fucking Zeus and fucking Hulk Hogan, okay?
fuck no holds barred.
You know
No,
what
that's Casey's favorite one.
I know that's what I'm talking about.
Well, you know what I should do is take the same tactic, or where he get another refill of the icy, where he
Oh, the stink finger. Yeah.
the stick finger. I should try to like go
Well,
to-
Casey, how often do you stick your fingers in your asshole? I mean, is this a normal thing for you?
Every night.
No, I'm just saying. Like, I could get like I'm already a cheap motherfucker. I mean, let's say I'll bring back the cup and get a refill, but how cheap am I? It's like, hey, I'm gonna stick my finger in my ass and
Well-
then try to save a few cents.
You know, that's not the only time in a movie that in the '90s that happened to, right?
Oh, that's
Do
the
you-
only
Do you remember the movie Mallrats?
Oh yeah,
I
Brody
never
when he
watched
sticks his hand in his ass. And he's
Brody,
like,
yeah.
hey, you want
Brody
a
sticks his
chocolate
hand.
covered pretzel?
Brody sticks his hand in his ass. He goes and shakes the guy's hand.
Here, Mr. Spinning.
Oh,
Yeah, I love Mallrats. That's my favorite. One of my favorite Kevin Smith.
What's the most what's the most uncomfortable place to do it in? The back of a Volkswagen? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Mallrats,
Guys,
I
what
love
do you
that.
think about the Hall of Fame for this year?
I don't really care.
Besides fucking Rim Stereo,
After they did Undertaker last year was super. I was super into because I'm a big Undertaker fan, but
2
You
years
know,
ago
it-
was pretty good.
Well, I think I was super happy that they are inducting Andy Kaufman. That's
that's cool. Hopefully Jerry Lawler's the one doing it. Jerry Lawler needs
yeah.
to induct him.
Yeah,
I-
remember
Hopefully
he
doesn't
had
have a
a
heart attack.
heart attack though, so we got to find out if he's all right from that or a stroke.
Oh crap! I forgot about that.
what?
Jerry Lawler's. You remember he had that health scare.
Oh, well,
Twice.
yeah, he did.
You remember he
had-
wasn't
had
wasn't
that
talking
stroke.
good or whatever they said. Remember?
Yeah, he was pulling one of your daddy's things.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
Jerry
also
Lawler
hearing
got
that Charles Robinson might get into the Hall of Fame and Stacy
Jerry-
Keibler.
Jerry Lawler got Oklahoma face.
Casey, you want to share your Oklahoma face?
No.
He got Oklahoma face.
That's one of the Caseyisms.
Yeah, we haven't seen him since then. I mean, God, yeah. God.
Instead of saying by God, Oklahoma Casey is Oklahoma says durr, durr. By God, durr, you know.
Well,
That's funny.
Big T, it says that Batista is going to be too busy to do it this year. He's going.
Yeah, he's doing Guardians of the Galaxy stuff, I think.
No, I think some spy movie. He's in Africa right now.
Oh, I don't know about that.
But
I don't know. They should have said Undertaker should have went into the Hall of Fame by himself because, like, I was very upset whenever the Steiner brothers got like 5 minutes last year. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
That was bullcrap. Like,
That's why I
Scott
said
Steiner
2 years was better.
Scott Steiner got like 2 seconds to talk. Like Rick Steiner talked more than Scott Steiner did.
well,
Like, what the hell?
Well, he did have that heart scare too, Tex. If you don't,
Right. Well, that's what I'm
remember.
saying. Like, they should have let Undertaker be his own thing.
I agree.
Make it special, and then you could put everybody else in later. I mean, if anybody deserved to go in by themselves, it would be Undertaker. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm still waiting for Ted Turner to get inducted.
Oh, you know.
It will
Keep
happen. If they had Bischoff, they're gonna have Ted eventually.
No, they're not gonna have.
Yes, they will.
I think Bischoff got in because he kissed Vince's ass. Ted Turner never did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I think it will eventually happen. Probably when Ted dies, but yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably right there.
I mean, he's not in good health right now, but still, I mean, I still think they're eventually going to do it. I mean, they're going to put Paul Heyman in there eventually, so why not Ted?
It looked like Robert got kicked from StreamYard because StreamYard's doing that whole thing where
that's done that to me before on here too.
Yeah, same here. But you know what? Thanks, Robert, for coming on. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I think Casey's about to peel off and turn into a pumpkin, anyways. So.
Yeah.
Well, he looks like a pumpkin.
Right.
I'm just shocked how much. See, I've been on the laptop today, so it was having a few glitches, but it mainly was doing okay. Like, I think if you have the lower amount of people and not doing a lot of stuff, it does okay. But if you have
hang on. WrestleMania is in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. No, next week, right?
Yeah,
next weekend.
Yeah, it's
next week. Oh, okay. I thought it was 2. I thought it was 2 weeks.
Next weekend.
Yeah, it's next week.
Okay. I'm gonna try to see.
We're gonna have a WrestleMania fucking.
I want to try to watch. I want to try to watch it. Do something with y'all. I might try to see if I can swing something. I don't know if I'll be able to or not. I don't know.
Oh, honestly, if you do, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I don't know yet. If
I would bring this up, Big T. See, right now, WCW is pretty much heavily influenced for this Hall of Fame, and next year's WrestleMania is in Philadelphia, so it could be all ECW.
Well, think about it, Casey. I mean, WCW has more weight that carries more than fucking ECW.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, but
ECW, the only reason ECW is as popular as it was is because they did all the shocking stuff. That's the only reason why it stood out. If they weren't crucifying people and whatever, it wouldn't be what it was.
Yeah, if it wasn't Extreme Championship Wrestling, it was Eastern Championship Wrestling like it was in the early 90s, it would not be any good.
And, I mean, go back and watch old ECW. It does not hold up.
No.
Hold on, are we talking about Eastern Championship Wrestling or
no Extreme Championship? Go back and watch ECW in its prime. It does not hold up today. It doesn't. I mean, even WCW like 97, 96 isn't as good as it was, but it's better than ECW.
No, I tend to disagree with you on that one, Tex.
Well, no. I mean, okay, let me clarify. Like, on like a 10 scale, a modern viewing of 96, 97 Nitro for me is like a 7.5. And ECW is like a 3. So the WCW is still good. It's just, it's not like it was. It's not how I remembered it as a child. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Well, yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, minus Casey, because Casey was in his 20s in the 90s. Well, me and you were we were babies. Yes, you
we were kids.
We were babies. Yeah, we were 90s babies, man.
Hold on.
I mean, think about it.
In 2000s. And
I did
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
I graduated 06.
Yeah, I graduated in 07. So I think about this. The summer I graduated, Chris Benoit offed himself and his wife and kid. Think about that. 3 days
Now
after my birthday. Think about that.
And now Brie Bella is going to murder her whole family. It's going to be great.
It's gonna be so sad.
We're going to find the suicide. She's gonna shove a carrot up Daniel Bryan's ass till he dies. That's how you right there.
I kill you
Like,
till you die.
Take this, you vegan pussy, and she's gonna jam it in his butthole.
Oh, so hey, let's say that happens, then I give up my murder spot. That would automatically Tex will
Yes.
take that.
If I get this prediction right, that crown sets on my head going forward. Casey's
If that
Casey's
happens,
no longer dead. So
if that happens, we will definitely get you a Grim Reaper and a fucking crown, and I'll put it on a fucking on the screen.
I'm gonna walk around in a ghost face robe everywhere I go from now on. If I get that right, you know what I mean? Like, that will be my new outfit.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, something like that's going to happen again.
Are you predicting this, Casey?
Hang on. That's a whole podcast. Like, we should do like a top 10 and do it live. Like the top 10 wrestlers to be on the lookout for to murder their families, and then we just have fun with it.
But see, that's what's crazy though. If you really think about it, like nobody expected Benoit to kill his family.
No, realistically, I think it'll be one of these little work rate idiots in the gay AEW nonsense, killing themselves, throwing themselves on concrete for no reason. I think that'll be one of the ones.
It's the Young Bucks and Kenny Olivier, maybe.
Hopefully it's a Kenny Omega dick sucking fat.
No, get it right. It's Kenny Olivier. It's not Kenny Omega.
Yes. I can't stand that. I can't. Once I saw that footage of him in that silly boy slap fight thing, I wanted him dead.
Or the Young Bucks sitting there super kicking fucking 12-year-olds and shit. Like, come on.
Oh, did they do that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Cronin has that on his fucking as one of his.
I can't stand. As much as I hate Jim Cornette for his politics, he's spot on with these gay.
Oh yeah, same here. I hate his politics, but him as a wrestler, fucking hilarious.
When I listen to his podcast, I have to fast forward to the first 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how much politics he's talking in the beginning of it. But
honestly, why?
He's a weird fuck, though.
Why would you be listen to his politics? I mean, I assume
because he's very far left. Democrat.
Okay, as far right as I am, he's equally far left.
Yeah, and I'm more centrist, as in right in the middle, because I don't care. Really.
I mean, he is. I mean, I'm sure you've heard the term "bleeding heart liberal."
That's Jim Cornette.
His bleeding heart has got gallons pouring out of it.
That's the same. That's the same way with fucking Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash is a fucking bleeding heart liberal.
Well, see, the problem with Kevin Nash's podcast, you can't just skip his politics because it's layered all throughout.
Yeah,
at least Jim Cornette
puts it all in there.
At least Jim Cornette's smart enough to put it in the first hour, so you can skip by it if you want to.
Right. Like, I don't know if you listen to Click that recently, but he was talking about his piss. It's like in random shit. It's like, that's just fucking weird.
Ever since I think the last one I listened to was the Scott Hall episode.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I heard clips of the one where his son died afterwards.
Yeah,
but I didn't get to hear the whole thing. But
he said some fucked up shit that he should have never said on the internet. Like, I'm sorry, but you don't say that. Oh yeah, I have guns. It's all my right to shoot myself in the head. It's like, you don't say that online for everybody to hear.
How did he not not get checked up with that, and plus, two,
cock wrestling.
Because what he said was he said on Twitter, he says, if you really think I'm going to shoot myself in the head, you're a fucking idiot. That's what he was telling people.
But then, I mean,
It's not funny, though. I agree, Casey. It's not funny to make a joke like that or anything of that statement.
No, not only it's not funny, I'm just saying other people said way less worse stuff than that and got banned. And then
because he's a celebrity, he's a wrestler, he has fucking stroke on the internet. We don't have stroke. We're just free fucking marks on the fucking YouTube.
Well,
Robert said they did a farewell check on him. Yeah, you know what? I think they did do that after he said that on Twitter. So,
right.
I mean, that's gonna definitely happen if you say something stupid like that.
Right. Like, I love Kevin Nash, don't get me wrong, but his politics can fuck off.
Well, so that's all. When it comes to Cornette, I like his take on wrestling. He's got the old school approach that I like. But I just, oh my God, the bleeding heart. I mean, it's like listening to fucking CNN. I can't do it. You know what I mean? It's just.
The early 90s, mid 90s CNN was actually good when Ted was running it. Now it's just fucking garbage.
I can't listen to it.
No, I'm talking about the older stuff, not this new shit. This new shit is fucking stupid.
I'm just wondering why would
Casey may have a stroke on there.
Could you imagine if one of us did die on stream?
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be fucked up.
No, think about it. Like, if one of us does die during a live stream, I hope it's like in the funniest way possible. Like, we're standing up and like we just we start stroking out and like we like crap our pants or whatever. Really make it good.
Well, the problem is we would not know how to respond to it because like
that's what I'm saying. It's like, you're watching your friend die and you're like, well, what do I do? Who do I call? Like, hi police, hi 911.
To be honest with you, I'd probably freak out.
My friend Casey in Oklahoma is dying. Well, where at? I don't know. What's the live stream to find it?
Yeah, like, to be honest with you, that's kind of fucked up. Like, could you imagine? Because like say like Casey's all of a sudden talking or some shit, and he just grabs his left side of his arm and shit and punches it, and he fucking falls back. It's like, well, what the fuck do we do?
Oh, luckily.
Because we don't know where you live besides fucking Compton. I mean, Compton would probably fucking give us your address.
Oh, no, that's what we do. Like, Casey's dying live on stream, right? And we're like, somebody call Compton. We got to get 911 over there. So, like, we're on live stream. We're on the cell phone, Compton, call 911 for Casey. Then he hangs up, and then he calls 911. And then by the time they get there, Casey's been dead for an hour. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. He's not the only one who has my address. Yeah.
Or J-Man.
Or J-Man.
We can get a hold of J-Man too. Be like, J-Man, go over there and beat up Casey again. So he hurries up over there, and then he finds you almost dead. You know what I mean?
Drew has it, and same thing with Rose has it too.
Right?
So I'm like, but
Casey lives in Compton. Yeah, Casey couldn't make it in Compton.
No, God.
He lives in fucking Oklahoma, where their cousin fuckers and mom fuckers over there.
Well, you know what I'm hearing through the grapevines is that next year we're gonna have some paved roads coming through.
Oh, so you're finally get some paved roads after.
If you get them paved roads, maybe you can get that indoor plumbing next. Quit crapping out the yard. That'd be cool.
Oh, are you saying you got some indoor plumbing?
Yeah, we got this thing called the flushing toilet, where you push the little handle and the turd just goes outside.
Casey's not used to it.
He's got every damn video game ever made, but he ain't got a fucking toilet. You know what I mean?
Well, I got the outhouse right out in front. I mean,
once a week, he has to dig a new hole.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought you fucking had your little step stool because you're so short and you could fucking climb up on your little step stool, loop out your little schmecky, and fucking pee out the window.
Casey's mom's never going to be able to sell that property because it's just so full of toxic waste. Nothing will ever grow there.
They have to get the sewage plant to go in there and test the soil, and it's all toxic.
They come in hazmat suits with shovels digging up Casey turds everywhere.
Hold on, isn't it like turds is supposed to be good for
it's fertilizer.
Fertilizer, right? So that's supposed to be good for the yard. But I mean, piss is the exact opposite. You don't want to pee around, or that kills the yard.
Whenever Casey's going to die, and like his mom decides to sell the house and move on because she doesn't need the room anymore, whatever. All they find is old, Neo Geo video games, McDonald's wrappers, and just nothing but wrestling T-shirts. That's going to be Casey's legacy. So
the real question is, if you do die, Casey, because you are older than us, who gets what in your
how much do I stand to gain from selling them video games? I need to know that.
I told you the way how it's gonna work is like,
I want the Nintendo 64 stuff.
Well, if someone wants the same game, you guys got to fight, and you have to fight. You have to fight in this room. The last person, the person still standing, wins.
Can your corpse be there at least, though?
Casey's corpse can be the referee.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Can he be the referee?
Oh shoot! I was gonna say, just prop me up in the corner, and then
prop me up in the corner.
Yeah, prop me up in the corner, and then so you don't have to look at my dead eyes. Just put sunglasses.
No, fuck that. We're gonna have it wide open with the sunglasses, like you said, in your hat and your hair on. We'll have a little clip thing that says technically.
If you want to do the fighting angle, anybody who wants anything has to show up, right? And you have a Royal Rumble match out in the backyard, and you just put ropes up and everything else, and winner takes all. There's no piecing it out. There's no anything, right? Winner gets all the video games, and they to the victor go the spoils.
Okay, yeah, but none of this fake shit. It's all.
Oh yeah, it's a shoot. It's real. There's no. This isn't like that gay wrestling over in AEW where they're doing flips and tricks and routines. I want to see baseball bats and steel chairs.
The
whole thing.
I want blood and everything.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, no. This is going to be. We need to have a hardcore battle royal for Casey's video game collection, and each person gets one weapon. That's the rules. You have to decide what your weapon is, and it can't be guns because that's too easy. That's too easy. So
hold on, no guns.
Oh, you're glitching out.
Oh, Casey died again.
You're gonna have to repeat all this. Just know that.
Yeah, what is that, R2?
Help me, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope.
I'm saying no guns, no knives, and no swords, but everything else after that.
Okay, that's fair.
Free reign. I mean,
how about bow and arrows?
It has to be blunt objects. Just make it like there's no sharp implements. Like it can't be like a stick with a knife on the end of it or something. It has to be blunt objects, so you have to beat each other. It can be sticks. It can be like a chunk of wood, a pipe.
Barbed wire bat.
A barbed wire bat. That's a blunt object. Yes. So
what about a flame?
I'm gonna cheat. Go ahead, Casey.
What
it glitched out again.
What about a butter knife? I mean, it's not.
See, I'm gonna cheat, and I'm gonna bring a flame. I'm gonna bring a flamethrower wrapped in.
Are you gonna steal my thing? I just said that.
I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I said, what about a flamethrower?
Well, since I said it first, I'm gonna get.
No,
okay,
no.
You can. Casey didn't say anything about grenades, so I'll bring grenades. That's what I'll bring. And then I'll just stand.
I'm bringing dynamite then.
I see. That's right. I think that's another thing that's on top.
Bring some C4.
So okay, so no guns, knives, or explosives. Is that the rules, Casey?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do have an exception to the rule. What about a butter knife? Because it's not sharp, but it's blunt.
I could kill somebody with a butter. With it. I could kill somebody. You jab that in somebody's carotid artery right there, they'll bleed out in a couple of minutes. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it'd be a little harder than like a steak knife.
Oh no! I know how you do it. How you can control it. You go ahead and get the weapons ahead of time and have them there,
hanging. There you go.
And you and instead of picking you're entry number 15 to the Royal Rumble.
Oh, I'm dead.
Okay, well, you put somebody in place to like Melissa the X, right? She can be in charge of this. So whoever shows
she doesn't die first.
Well,
we'll have like a lineup of people.
Right. We get an extra person or something. We can figure it. That's easy. That's not a problem. You have your melee weapons already selected, and there's 1 through 20 or however many is there, right?
Yeah.
And everybody that shows up, they each reach in it, and they pick a number out of a hat. And and there's that many boxes laid out on the ground, and whatever number lines up with that box, that's the weapon that you get out of that box, and you have to win the Rumble with that weapon. So.
Well, you know what? What about make it ridiculous? You have to beat someone up with a TV tray or something like that.
Oh no, better idea. It has to be weapons from your video, your favorite video game weapons.
Or or something out of the collection room, you have to use something.
I'm using the gamer shelf.
You imagine beating somebody to death with a Super Mario game?
Yeah.
You pick up a Super Nintendo cartridge or try to shove it down somebody's throat.
Oh, because I got something perfectly right here that could be a good weapon. It's a keyboard. I mean,
oh, there you go.
See right here, you could use this as a keyboard, so you can just go boom like that.
See, I think AJ's got the right idea though. If you choose a gamer shelf, you could break off one of those boards and get the nails, and have it sticking out.
Oh yeah,
you got a pretty good little weapon there,
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of gamer shelf, is he going to be a referee for this too?
Well, I think winner gets gamer shelf. I think gamer shelf needs to be part of the spoils that you get if you're the victor.
Exactly.
So, gamer shelf, it won't be Casey's gamer shelf no more. It will be fill in the blank person gamer shelf.
Oh. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. I'm having the shits popping up.
I thought Casey was going to say he's going to die.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, Casey. I got to screenshot this.
I just got a shit.
My stomach's acting up.
I knew it. I called it early in the show.
This is good.
Oh, that's the best way to end the podcast right there.
It's right now, I'm holding my stomach, I'm ready to go run into the toilet.
Are you peeping?
I'm getting close.
All right. Well, don't even worry about plugging it. One. Everybody already knows where to go to do what with.
Yeah.
So fucking
all right.
Casey's got to go poo poo.
Yeah, I'll see you guys later. I gotta run.
We'll see y'all later.
Go take a shit.
See you guys.
See ya.
See ya.